Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Friday. How's it going in your area? Welcome to Saturday Night Sport Club, where we discuss football, daily football. And thank you for always being there. Guys, like the video, share the video with your friends and family or any group you are belong to. Let them know that we're actually we're live. Thank you, guys. So welcome, guys. Like the video, guys. Like the video so that we can get more visibility. It helps us, And there's also glass behind there too. If you think that we deserve more than what than just like you can also support us, which is super chat. And if you want us to take your question, during the program, you can also you have to leave that question with super chat, or else we will not be with the question. So thank you. So if I didn't read your comments, it's because your comments did not come with super chat. That's the reason why I will not take it. So yes, we start. Like I always start when I start on the home front. So I'm going to start on the home front as usual. It's popular say that charity always actually what begins at home. So let's start on the home front. And when we talk about ladies first, let's talk about the ladies first too. So let's start on the home front. Why there is tomorrow, if you are not aware, that the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers will start tomorrow in Ivory Coast, in Yamoussoukro, Ivory Coast. Then there'll be like 7 teams participating in this competition. Nigeria will be represented by Bayelsa Queens will represent Nigeria in Ivory Coast, and the winner will play in the overall CAF Women's Champions League that will take place in Morocco later in the year. So, if you want the fixtures for our ladies, they will play on on Sunday against Police Ladies. I think they're from Benin Republic. They will play against team from Benin Republic. So if they can win this, the last tournament, Nigeria team actually won that tournament. I think it was Edo Queens. So this time around, it's Bayelsa Queens, representing Nigeria. So I wish them the very best of luck, and thank you. Yeah. So best of luck to Bayelsa Queens. So let's go to the NPFL quickly now. If you are aware that the NPFL started today, it's like a thief in the night that just come and unawares. They don't announce, they just come directly. So the NPFL started today. The game between Raymond Stars and Rivers United just finished. The game ended. The score is in a 1-1 draw. So Raymond Stars played their home game in Abeokuta at the MK Abela Stadium in Abeokuta. They drew 1-1, against Freddie George's Rivers United. I don't understand how they do the NPFL. I think that before they start a league, they will first of all play Super Cup. I was expecting Super Cup between Remo Stars and Kwara United before, but maybe they want to play the Super Cup later. I don't know, but I was told that they will start the what's it called, the Super Cup. They will start with the Super Cup before the league. But Remo will be playing currently in MKO Abela Stadium in Abeokuta now because they are renovating their stadium in Ikene. So I think by next month they should be back in Ikene because that stadium too will also host the CAF with the Wafubi Under 17 Championship that will take place next month. So that's MPFL is starting. So another news from the MPFL is that Enyimba FC released 22 players from their roster. They have to let 22 players to leave. I don't know how they want to maintain stability, how they want to be consistent. If they have to let go of 22 players, that is crazy. I heard about the news during the week. I didn't know that they can let go of 22 players. So that means that they want to start afresh again next season. Oh my days, I think we need to do better in terms of management. That's actually what's very important. We need to do better in terms of management. So that is that. I also heard from Remo Stars owner that they are looking forward to qualify for the group stage of the CAF Champions League. We actually wish them the very best of luck, and I hope that they can actually qualify for the group stage, the money spinning group stage of the CAF Champions League. Transfer news too. Wali Ogetoye of the captain of Ikorodu FC, is back in the country, and the excuse is what I don't really understand. So that there's accommodation problem in Israel, so that's the reason why he's back to the NPFL. I don't know, maybe that one adds up, but accommodation problem, I think probably, I don't know, maybe I'm going to buy that, but that's what he said. So after 2 weeks in Israel, he's back and he'll be playing for Ikorodu City, in this season's NPFL. So that is that of the NPFL story, because there's a lot of things to discuss today, so I have to move quickly. So yeah, so let's quickly talk about the Chan tournament. Now, I wasn't here when I didn't come live on Wednesday on YouTube, but I'm just going to discuss quickly about my opinion about the Chan team. So, except you are not a football fan, you will know that Nigeria defeated Congo 2-0 was it on Tuesday? On Tuesday, to finish third in our group, and you'll be going on with $300,000 for finishing third. Well done to CAF, for actually for giving them this type of this reward. Fantastic. But I just think that this tournament, there's no positives. There's no positives, and I don't know who to blame, but I think the quality of play is very low. I think the players did not really prove anything. I think those clamoring for home-based players now to be included in the main Super Eagles now, we have to think twice, because the level of play is not acceptable, and I think that none of the players proved themselves that they should be called up to the main Super Eagles. So, this guy is 21 years of age. He did very well against Congo, but being 21 now, we don't know, maybe that one 21 is genuine, but I'm not his father. I have to say that, but it's just, slightly, though young team on paper, but it looks slightly older. That's the reason why we can't say maybe there's any projection for their development. But that is what it is. People came out to blame Eric Shell, and I think that I'm not going to come here and say I will not blame Eric Shell. I think everybody in touch will take responsibility of the failure. One, Eric Shell cannot teach a player how to stop a football. as like out of control. You cannot teach a player how to control the football. Is practically impossible. If you are a pro, you're not playing under 17, not under 20. You can't teach you how to pass the ball. So they say, okay, these players too, they're not used to this diamond formation. But as a professional player, you must be able to express yourself in different situations. So the major issue during Chan is not only the formation, is that these guys cannot play football. They cannot play football. They cannot express themselves and play football. And if you watch the game against Congo, it was strictly tactics. Like, okay, guys, you have to do this. And they also played with less pressure because, okay, there's nothing to lose again. We're out, we're going home. So for me, I just think that there's so many things that need to actually be addressed. For me, I don't recommend that NFF should be going for this CHAN tournament again. They need to know exactly the purpose of this CHAN tournament. They need this tournament for development of players. If it's that, that means that you have to select under 20, under 23 players for tournaments like this. If you need that tournament to sell players, carry them, they go. But for me, I think the NFF need to redefine what they want with this tournament. Okay, this tournament, we're going to be going there with our under 23s so that we can prepare them for the Olympic Games. Okay, if it's that is fine. But for me, I think that is of no benefit and it's purely waste of time, if we continue to actually want to do this. Eric Shea is back. In fact, Unduka Jr. played for Remo Stars today. So they're back at home. In fact, they came home like a thief in the night. If they perform well, we should be meeting them in the airport with drums, with money and everything. But nobody want to associate themselves with failure. So the team failed. The team failed. There's no two things about it. So any positive, no positive, no positive. We need to go back again and go and look for a way to restructure that league. So that is that. If you want to comment on the channel, let me know as before I actually what when people are actually what commenting and everything. Let me actually what know. So let me move on to the next story because I have to just take the story very quickly. So to the transfer news now, if you be monitoring if you be following me for a while, I've not been taking rumors of all these transfers because sometimes all these rumors is their agents trying to push one narrative outside and everything. I don't like that. So I've not been taking transfer rumors, but because the rumor is just gathering momentum, I have to talk about some certain issues, and I'm going to talk about that. So the first one I would take basically is a player called Philip Otele. So Fulham are weighing option to get Philip Otele. He currently plays for FC Basel in the Swiss league, and Fulham's they already made an inquiry about this player. It will cost them 15 million pounds, which is a lot cheaper to Kelvin, the player they are trying to buy from Shakhtar Donetsk. The Shakhtar Donetsk wanted 43 million for Kelvin, but Otele is available 15 million. So they're trying to exploit that the option of getting Philippe Otele. It's the cheapest option out of the ones they have. So they have Samuel Chukwueze, they have Kelvin, they have Reece Nelson, and this guy. So this guy is the cheapest option. It's available for like 15 million pounds. So that's why Fulham actually water in for him. I don't think we don't have any problem. I think he's been on trial with Arsenal before. So that's the rumor currently now. And Niza Kinsella is a very reliable source. He writes for the BBC. So it's a very reliable source. So that's why I'm bringing this story on. So Otele, is it a good move for him if he moves to the Premier League? Is he ready for the Premier League? Let me know when you actually will join. Guys, if you want me to highlight your comments, you have to put super chat there, or else your comments just be flying past like water just running. So Another transfer is also Samuel Chukwueze. This one was like today. So they are looking for a way to actually the new system that Massimo Allegri is trying to play today. In this season, I think Samuel Chukwueze does not fit into the system. So they are trying to look for a way to get Chukwueze off their book. So I think they are looking for Fulham wanted Chukwueze on loan with no obligation to buy. But I think Milan wants Chukwueze to go on loan with obligation to actually what to buy. So it's tricky. It's tricky. It's not settled currently now, and I think it's only for I'm looking for a signature. I think nobody is interested. Also, for let's see exactly how the actually what unfolds. So Chukwueze, Otele, which one do you think is better for their career growth? Is it Chukwueze going to Fulham? Is it Otele also going to Fulham? Which one do you think is a better option for Fulham? Let me actually know about that. So West Ham, this is ever-ending transfer saga. West Ham are now back. They sold Akares to Fenerbahce, so they're now back. They're now back for Club Brugge midfielder Rafael Onyedika. So they are now back for Club Brugge that Rafael Onyedika. So and sorry guys, apologies. I don't know. Maybe you guys watching me and just called me directly. So they are black for what? For Club Brugge Rafael Onyedika. I just think that this transfer has been going on for a very long time. And let's see exactly how this actually will unfold. West Ham, they are not serious. I don't think they are really serious people there. Honestly, they are delaying this boy. In fact, this boy needs to know exactly where he's going. So I'm happy that Club Brugge too, they're not doing badly too. They're the verge of qualifying for the Champions League. So they beat Rangers 3-1 the first leg. And they also, what's it called? They are perfectly poised for the second leg. So today, this is the news dominating the papers today. So Idleton will be welcoming Victor Boniface to AC Milan. I think he's currently in Milan now. I think he's done with his medical. So I think probably he passed his medical. So and here we go, very soon for Victor Boniface. I think his initial loan with 30 million pounds transfer fee, euros transfer fee that will be paid to Bayern Leverkusen. So that is actually what would be. That's the solid situation. So I saw him. I think it's like a new lease of life for him. The whole thing is just funny the way this actually what happened. In Bayern Leverkusen last season, they have like 4 friends. They are very very close friends. They have Adli, Frimpong, Boniface, Adli, Frimpong, Boniface, and Teller. Adli to Bournemouth, Frimpong to Liverpool, Boniface to AC Milan. Only Teller now is left. In fact, I'm even hearing that Leeds United are pushing to get Nathan Teller, to actually want to play for them this season, the next season. This season now. So is tough. I wish Victor Boniface the very best of luck. AC Milan, they are building something special. I hope Boniface can get more playing time and also prove himself in what's it called, in the Italian Serie A. So I have my first super chat, guys. Follow with super chat, press button. So I don't thank you. That we are really pushing for Fulham to buy Chukwueze. Yes, I also heard about that. They don't want loan. They want Fulham to have obligation to buy. That is it. They want Fulham to actually have obligation to actually to buy. So talking about this transfer, even okay, thank you, Logistic Jeff too. Okay. Yes. So thank you. We're really pushing for Chukwueze. Logistic Jeff, why are you tackling Idol too? We are really pushing for Chukwueze to stay. No, no, I think I thought we will not be happy with this news. That you are saying that she goes to play, she stay in Milan. I think I know that you like Wala, you like this, but thank you for the super chat. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you for that super chat. So, and there's also one guy too that is called is he Frank Onyeka. He's their younger brother. He's he used to play for the B team of Bayern Leverkusen. So now the boy moved already now. So all of them, they just scatter them. Only the teller there. So Spirit, have you seen SE list or qualifier? Yes, we're talking about that one towards the end of the show. So so there's been news too that Lookman, Chelsea are now probably the favorites to sign Ademola Lookman. There've been news that Arsenal just made a quite after getting Eze. Arsenal still look at that they still need one more option, one more player that can complement them. So, and I heard from it might be listening to me now, from a very reliable source, that I should watch out for that transfer, Ademola Lookman. So Arsenal, I'm hearing that Arsenal, Chelsea, because they look at as Lookman is upgrade on the two of the guys in the picture here, and also let's just wait exactly and see what's going to actually pan out. So I'm also hearing that Lookman is representative. They spoke to Atletico Madrid about his availability, but Atletico Madrid said that they are done with Lookman. That the financial constraints on that deal, they will not be able to continue. So because Atlanta is what they are demanding too much, so they might not be able to actually to continue on that. And I'm going to talk about the issue of betrayal. I hope I will not actually the flag on this one. I'll talk about the issue of betrayal. Let me just see if I can actually play that one down now. The issue of betrayal. So let me just talk it. I want to see if I can play it out quickly. So because for me, I just think that no matter how I see it, I think he has been not been treated well. So let me just try and play this audio. I don't want to play the video so that it won't flag me. So
coming out, sticking up for the club, sticking up for this, that, and the other, all having a go at Isak. They all would have done exactly the same, all of them. He's not a bad person, and most of the time, it's the football club that actually threaten the player. I've seen it myself, I've been there, I've had lots of friends. On the one or two occasions a year that we hear of, the player's got a bit of power here because he's done really, really well, and now he's in demand. When it's the other side of the story, the whole world goes into meltdown. Everybody comes in and hammers the player and backs the club and things like that. And I've seen it, and I can't stand it because it's a two-way thing. This Craig Blacken. What have you made of Alexander Isak's behaviour? Well, for starters, Steve, the first paragraph there, the door is well and truly open, but Isak needs to decide what he wants to do. Well, he has decided.
So what? That was Michael Owen talking about players versus club and things like that. He said that what we see is just one side of the story. That sometimes clubs threaten these players in some situation, and sometimes some of these clubs too betray these players. What I'm hearing is that Lookman had an agreement with Atlanta to leave this season if they get an offer within this region. But the issue is this: the deal, what's it called? The agreement. They didn't write the agreement. It wasn't on paper. So when I just think in that some situations that it's very hard to come and say they want to actually judge directly, but in my opinion, I think that sometimes these clubs, they are the ones causing problem. They're the ones causing problem. So similar to Victor Osimhen, we're going to talk about him very soon. I think that some of these clubs too, they betray these players anyhow. Newcastle betrayed what? Isaac. Sporting Lisbon betrayed Gyökeres. These clubs are serial betrayers too. So in my opinion, I just sometimes we try and hammer these players and everything. Some of these guys are they don't they don't they don't honor what they say to these players. So and so the new transfer again, Western plot move for La Liga star amid what? Mounting pressure from Graham Potter. So there's been news today that Getafe, they are in a deep financial mess. They're in a deep financial mess now. And they're looking for a way to sell their player. So they already sold one player. I'm going to remember his name now. But now they're looking for a way to sell Chrysanthus Uche. So, you know, it's going to be tough, to, but I think that Uche is the only player they actually would have now that can command very huge transfer fee. So I'm hearing that Newcastle, West Ham, and Leeds United, they're interested in Chrysanthus Uche. He already told Lazio. He told Lazio and AS Roma already that he's not interested in going to Syria. He wants a move to the Premier League. And West Ham, they're looking for a player to replace Mikel Antonio. If you look at the way Uche plays too, and the way Mikel Antonio plays too, it's similar. It's similar, power playing forward, muscle and everything. So, they're looking for a player in that mode too. And I think that Uche fits their bill. So they might be submitting, their bid for Uche very soon. And that is it. So if you see Chrysanthus Uche in the Premier League very soon, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. So that is that on Chrysanthus Uche. Is it a good transfer for Uche Chrysanthus, or you want him to stay in La Liga? So before I go to another one too, so the journeyman, a young player himself, but he's now becoming a journeyman. Gift Urban is on the verge of leaving Offenham, and he's going to join Toulouse in the French Ligue 1. So this is a player that I really rate so highly. I don't know what really happened to him, but I think he has been deemed surplus requirement in Offenham, so he'll be on his way now to French League One. He told his agent, he told them that he would prefer to go and prove himself in the French league. So let's wait and see how. I think he's on the verge of joining Toulouse. So yes, so this news I didn't want to take it, but it came out from Fabrizio Romano. Though we don't believe everything that he says. He said that Tudaro Kodare, there'll be like a rumor that is linking him to Napoli, but I'll just tell you the truth about the matter is that the guy is on the list, but he's not the first choice. I think it's Rice-Moss, right? This is Rice-Moss Euler, the guy from Oibok, the guy from Man United, is the one, is their first choice. And I think that officially now, they already sent bid to Man United to see maybe they can actually get that boy, Rice-Moss Oibok. So, and also too, Icardi, Napoli is even interested in Icardi. So that means that Tolu is not even on their radar that much. He's there, but they prefer either Icardi or that Man United actually boy. So that is actually what that on So that's the offer coming out there. I don't know who brought that story, but so some Nigerian player, a lot of people don't know. It's called Kelvin Carlos because it's of his name. A lot of people will not know that. Is he a Nigerian? Is he not a Nigerian? He's a Benin boy. He's Kelvin Carlos Omoruyi. He's called Kelvin Carlos Amori. He's a proper Niger boy. So he moved from FC Basel. He's now going to be playing in OGC Nice. You know, if you've been following French football, Gazette, the OGC Nice striker, got sold to Aston Villa. So this guy will be replacing him in OGC Nice. A very power playing forward. And if you look at their intro too, they said that a Nigerian and things like that. So if he performs well, don't be surprised to see him getting called up by Eric Shell, because Eric Shell is based in France and is monitoring everything in France. So if he performs well and Eric Shell is convinced that this boy can add something to Nigeria, don't be surprised to see Kevin Carlos, towards before AFCON. I won't lie to you, I've watched this boy play. This boy is a very, very good player. He's a very, very good player. He's a very, very good player. He's a very good player. I tell you for that, he's a very good player. So now, any other transfer news? So there's no transfer for now. Let me just go take this story. It's a transfer news, but story that actually what just came out that the rent is a PSG offered 200 million for Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen, but Napoli wanted what? Gyökeres. So see, this story is ever-ending transfer saga. I remember that PSG offered 200 million for the two guys. But the issue is this. Napoli sold Victor Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia for a combined fee of 150. For 150. Of 150. So, the man himself, because combined fee of 150 and he got offer of 200 million. Of 150. So because he promised to the Conte that he will not sell them and things like that, and that's the reason why he didn't sell them. He said that until the agent of Kvaratskhelia threatened him with Article 17, that's the reason why he allowed Kvaratskhelia to join PSG for 75 million pounds. I just think that some of these guys, when they oversabi, they just shoot themselves. Honestly, maybe he's thinking that okay, I can sell them more than that. No, for me, I think it didn't favor the player too. It didn't favor the players too, because for me, I think PSG will have been a better move for Victor Osimhen. There's no doubt about that. And these guys, sometimes the power of these owners, they just think that they are God. They have these powers to derail. It's business too, to derail talents. Because look at what's happening to Lookman too now. Lookman already missed out on Inter Milan transfer. Though I'm hearing that Inter Milan they still want Lookman, but I just think that it's taking too long. And that boy mental health, I hope that is fine. I just think that sometimes these owners just have this power to move and move something. I think that they are the owner of the clubs, but it's just becoming too much that the powers they have is just becoming too much. Yeah, that's that. Let me know your thought about that. Do you think that these actions actually were just deliberate, or you think that it's purely it's purely business? Let me know about that. So that's that on actually what Victor Osimhen. We'll have that conversation. So if you have been following me from Instagram days to YouTube, you know that I brought this man. It's late now. I brought him on Instagram Live. About 2 years ago. He's late now. Razak Omotoyosi is a Nigerian born. It's a Nigerian born, but the Republic National. Very lovely man. I remember then that he used to play for Sunshine Stars. He got banned from the NPFL. He moved to Benin Republic, became a Beninian, played for Benin Republic at the 20 World Cup, played at the AFCON, did well for Benin Republic. He's a legend in Benin Republic, but he passed on. There have been there have been different stories that, when he lost part of his house to fire, he has not been himself. His mental health is not the best. He's having issues with his wife, and there's been a lot of stories, but we can't just ascertain, how actually just passed this way. He used to be a very good friend of Baba Martins. I think they started football around the same time together, but he's late now. All we can say here from Ghana Football is that we wish him may gentle to actually what rest in perfect peace. What a very nice guy, very nice guy, very humble guy to the core. We can't ascertain the cause of his death now, but people have been saying that it's due to mental health. But we just may gentle to actually what rest in perfect peace. So, and talking about still on a sad note, actually, but it's no longer new that Nigeria actually what lost the legend to Peter Rufai, lost legend Peter Rufai, and there's been issues, online. There be actually what I think it was buried this earlier today, and some players actually what attended. Attended the funeral in Lagos, and he's a legend of the Nigerian game. He played for Nigeria in 2 World Cups. He won AFCON Nigeria in 1994. He played for Nigeria in 1984. AFCON 1988, AFCON 1994, AFCON 1994 World Cup, 1998 World Cup. One of the few players to play in the top 5 European league as a goalkeeper. For Nigeria. He did well. He did well for his country. There have been like mixed feelings about the way NFF actually what handled his funeral service, and maybe there wasn't enough support. But let me just play one clip quickly from the legend himself, the former Inter Milan and AC Milan defender Taribo West. So he said something that is touching, and I want to hear your opinion about it. I want to analyze some few things there too. So this is the legend himself, Peter Rufai. Sorry, legend himself, Taribo West.
To be here in this
Sorry, so
to be here in this incredible day and just share the burden and the pains with the family that has rest upon their shoulders. For me, it's disheartening that you have Lagos State, you have Nigerian Football Association. They dropped the buck on the family. I felt in my spirit there is nothing to put your life for. That's why I say I have to shift back so that I will not implode. It's grieving. My mother passed on. I never shed tears. My father passed on in my hands. I never shed tears. Then when Rufai passed on, I had ghost pimple on my body. And every individual I'm speaking to, there was, tears of lamb rolling through my cheeks. What kind of nation is this? With this kind of example they have shown in Shefulue, in Stephen Keshi, blessed memory, Thompson Oliha, blessed memory, Rashidi Yekini. I will never advise even my son to put his feet for this country. Send me out. Do we have a football federation? Or do we have a football association in this Lagos State? That this hero, this soldier, this football evangelist has to be treated this way and his family. Could you imagine that the family will be crying just to solicit in within our groups to ask for money? That is madness. Look, please let me go. I don't want to pour.
So that is that, and you can see the emotion there from the legend himself. If you have watched Taribo West, Taribo West doesn't show any emotion, except that you don't play now. In fact, last time I saw Taribo West cry was when Nigeria lost to Sweden at the 2002 World Cup in Japan and Korea. So that was so emotional. He cried because he knew then that was the end of his career with the Nigerian national team. So I've been reading comments online from different Twitter people. I'm hearing Poja came to defend that Wasiu Akoni, is it Wasiu Akoni, Wadi Akoni, they gave them money. Is a lie. That is a lie from the pit of hell. They're just trying to cover up nonsense. It's a lie from the pit of hell. So because I know some few things, so I'm going to just say it. I've also been hearing comments too from is it Omojua? It's calling him a public commentator too. I met him in France during the Nigerian Sports Award. Nigerian Fan Sport Award. I thought he's a very smart person, but with that tweet I saw today, he's so over this. That is delusional. I can tell you about that. See, one thing that we cannot erase is that Peter Rufai is a legend of Nigerian football. What they were saying is that okay, you played for Nigeria, we paid you. What do you expect us to do? See, let me tell you something. Serving Nigeria, representing Nigeria, is different from a civil servant. Representing Nigeria is different from a civil servant. And when you represent Nigeria and you excel in that thing that you do, you deserve things better. Let me tell you something. Peter Rufai is not just anybody. Peter Rufai was part of the team that went to Algiers to get that 1-1 draw against Tunisia, against Algeria, in that cold night that qualified Nigeria for our first World Cup in America, USA, 1994. He is a national hero. What I expect is this. Sometimes it might not be even too much of finances, but because this guy served Nigeria with all his heart, they need your presence there to know, say, this person did there, this person served also. There should be your presence there. It might not be all about money. It might not be all about money. There were times that they went to go and play an AFCON qualifier in Congo. There was war there. This guy risked his life for Nigeria. So it is okay. Now, talking about say we don't pay him, I can tell you that they are still owing Peter Rufai. What about that? They are still owing some of his bonuses. So the issue is just that give him the last respect. Give him the last respect. Even if you say the NFF is broke, if it's okay, the NFF is broke, you can look for a way. You can solicit for funds. Talk to people. How they get do please? So there's so many things you can do to support them. This is emotional. This guy is not even old enough to, it's not as old as Christian Shuku. There's so many things you can do. There's so many things you can do to support him, to support the family. We don't want to go to what led to the circumstances of his death and how he was ignored. We don't want to go into that. But we have to talk about what is bad is bad. You might not have money, but look for a way to support. Let's see the NFF president there. You know that someone is not a football fan. He's just one person and picked by Amadu Pinnick. This is why Amadu Pinnick will be different from Brian Gusso. This type of thing, you will see, it might be chasing clout, but you will see Amadu Pinnick there. So I'm so disappointed that the NFF, when it mattered most, they failed. In my own take, they failed. It's just your presence. Your presence is even enough. Your presence is enough. Assist to make everything so that it won't be a disgrace. Olajire was there, but the issue is this: when did Olajire even come? What type of support? This issue is that when you are part of something is different from when you are just there as a guest. You are actively involved in it. Those Olajire that came there, they just went there. They are not even actively involved in it. That is the problem. That is the problem. What did the NFF contribute to this thing? In life, sometimes you might lose money, you might not have enough money, but it doesn't mean that this guy does not deserve to be buried this way. He deserves a state burial. The same thing they did to Stephen Keshi, Isa Fuluwe, and so on. It's bad. That is one side. What about the players' union? What about them? See, yeah. See, the problem with us is bad. Is bad because this NFF, we know that they have their shortcomings. But if you have a very strong players' union, they should be the one to take the case to NFF. But the problem is that you have different factions of player union. One is led by John Ogu and his people. One is led by Babangida and his people. They don't split now. They don't split now. How many players played with Peter Rufai that was present? How many players went to that 94 World Cup that was present during his funeral? How many of them? Most of them don't even talk. They don't talk. They are sworn enemy. They are sworn enemy from their playing days. Why? Why? See, in Nigeria, I don't know what is wrong with some of us too. We can't forgive. Why? I saw one interview of Godwin Odie that scored own goal in 1977. He still referred to that this player did not support me when I scored the own goal in 1977. You still remember interview of more than 40 years ago. You still remember the incident. That's why you're not forgiving one player. Hi. These guys are not united and it's affecting this team. I can tell you. Nobody's the same too. When Sunday Olise launched his book, Eguavon was there say, I know that they might write some things about me, that is not good, but we are here to learn. You know that there's no unity among these people. There's no unity. There's no unity. You can't say something bad about the dead again. But the man himself too also have his own shortcomings. So many shortcomings. But all those things now, we cannot say it again because the man is not here to defend himself. He's not here to defend himself. So everything is wrong from different angle. And it made me sad that, even if you have any beef against a player, against anything, but, do what is necessary, to honor the player. If it's only one thing you could remember, okay, the semi-finals against Algeria in 1988, okay, do it, the 10-10. And this not liking ourselves is also part of this current Super Eagles. I will tell you one incident now. You know that during Super Eagles camp, players from like maybe Igbo, Yoruba, they will snap picture with each other, the Ini boys and everything. So I will say this thing, I don't care. When it was the turn of the northern people to snap, one player from that northern caucus said that this guy is not North because he's from that when you say North, Kogi, Kwara, Benue, Plateau, these are not Nigerian states, they're all northern states. So is there this person, one player, very influential player said this guy is not from the North. He said, why? He said, because he said you are not North. You are not North. Imagine somebody that is meant to be uniting them too. He said, no, it's not. I'm just trying to say that there's no beef about all these things. When you're fighting for the country, be united. What led to this disunity among the Rufai sets is also these things. There's so many issues that happened during the 94 World Cup. They didn't resolve those issues. And that thing lingered up till now. And that is why we're actually here. It's a big shame. It's a big shame. Shame on the NFF. Shame on the Players Union too. Shame on the Players Union too. They should go and be doing. I'm even hearing that there are some Super Eagles, ex-Super Eagles that just retired now. They are also forming, they're also belonging to factions in the Players Union. We're gonna continue. That is that on Peter Rufai. May so actually rest in peace. Thank you. So let me just talk about let's move on to the list now quickly. Move on to the list now quickly. So if you're not aware, Super Eagles that's what came out this evening about 6 p.m. UK time this evening, and it's a provisional list. So this is what happens. They will send you invitation. So when they send you invitation, if they don't send you tickets, that means that you are not coming. So that's how they do it. So send you invitation, then they now send you ticket. Them don't invite you. But if they don't send you ticket, they don't invite you. So if your name is here, it's not sure that you're going to be part of the World Cup qualifiers in a few months' time, or in few days' time. It's not months anymore, it's a few days' time. So let me just go over the list quickly. So goalkeeper Stanley Wabali of Super United, Amaso Basoge of Singida Big Stars, Abdebola Adebayo Adelaye, I think he plays in Greece now, and Ebenezer Akot of Sporting Lagos. Defenders are William Pros Ekong of Easy Atiyad now of in Saudi Arabia. I forgot this is it Al Fayad also. So Kevin Bassi of Ola Aino of Nottingham Forest, Osai Samuel of Fenerbahce, Bruno Imechi of Olympiacos, Igor Ogbu of Sparta Prague, Slavia Prague, sorry. She's of the Agbim of she's of the Awazem of Nantes, Felix Agbo of Werder Bremen, and Benjamin Felix of Delta. So I will go over the list and now give you my take on the list. Guys, click on the dollar sign. Oh, yeah, commenting. I will not highlight your comment if you don't click on the dollar sign. Maybe that's actually what Alex Iwobi of Fuam guys, Frank Onyeka, Alex Alassane Yusuf, Ufed Ndidi, Fisaude Bashiru, Raphael Onyedika, Chrysanthus Ushe. Forward lines are Ademola Lookman, the embattled Ademola Lookman, Samuel Chukwueze, Adedotun's Samuel Chukwueze, Victor Osimhen, Moses Simon, Victor Boniface, Nathan Teller, Siri Desas, Sadiq Kumar, Tolu Arokodare, Terry Murphy, Akko Adams. I'm not sure I'm making mistakes. So, okay, sorry. Osai Samuel of Birmingham City. Sorry, I said for the Bashi. Apologies for that. Birmingham City. So let me just start with my take. Goalkeepers for me, I think you guys know that Wabali is going to be in goal. It's going to be in goal. It's the first choice because Emmanuel Akoye is currently suspended. For like 2 months. He'll be back for the World Cup qualifier against Lesotho and Benin Republic in October. So Amaso Basoge is like the third choice, the third choice. But because Manuka Koye is not available, I think Amaso Basoge is going to be the second choice here. He's a good goalkeeper. I used to be goalkeeper for Bender Insurance, a very good shotstopper. I actually would like him too. But the problem is that since Amaso Basoge has been there, they've not even tried him at all. Why not play Obasoge in against Russia? Why? So, and also what the surprise inclusion is what Ebenezer Akot. So I was hearing that it was Mustafa Lawal that they were considering to invite. No, it was what's it called? It was is he Amas? No, it was Ani Ozumena. that was the Inyimba goalkeeper that was on the list, but they replaced him by Ebenezer Akot. I think is the project of like trying to develop Ebenezer Akot and see maybe probably he can gain experience. Maybe one day can be the first choice of Nigeria. So in the final list, they will still cut one player out here. On merit, they should cut Ebenezer Akot out. And I have my reasons for that. They are currently preparing for the Under-20 World Cup that will take place in Chile at the end of September. So why not allow him to focus on that Under-20 World Cup? So, but the NFF that I know, you might say, Ebenezer Akot is in Nigeria. It's only 250K flights that he will take that will bring him to Uyo. Instead of sending flights to Adebayo, Adeleye, why not call why not replace, why not use Ebenezer Akot instead? Because third choice, they will not play. Will not play. You know? So, but on merit, I think Ebenezer Akot should remove him from the list. But I think Adeleye they might take him out because of money. So I have super chat. Very close guys. I have super chat here. I've lost hope. I work over here. Why do you lost hope? You sent $2. Okay, thank you for super chat. And also, well done, me. Thank you, Akoko Media. Thank you, Akoko Media, for your love. Thank you. So, defenders are Ekong, Basi, Olaino, Osai Samuel of Birmingham City, and Bruno Yemechi, Igor Obu, Chidozie Awazie, Felix Agu, and Memo Felix. For Ekong will be there. If Ekong will be there, is the captain of the team, the leader of the team, and I think that Ekong will even start in these qualifiers. Calvin Bassey is our best defender. If you disagree with me, you can go and hug Transformer. You can go. I think it's gonna be there. Olaino, second best defender. Osai Sama will be there. I think the reason why Osai Sama will be there is going to be the one. I think the reasonable thing to do here is to have 2 players in each position, 2 right backs, 2 left backs, 2 4 central defenders. So if I'm to pick now, I think it's going to be William Ekong, Calvin Bassey. They're the first choice center backs here. Olaino, Brazil Samuel. They are the 2 right backs. I think we considered Bruno Yemechi and Felix Agu. They are the left back. So now you need to pick 2 players or one between Igor Obu, Chidozie Awazie, and Benjamin Fredericks. In my opinion, Igor Obu and Benjamin Fredericks already played under Eric Schell, and you know exactly what they can do. But Eric Schell is in love with Chidozie Awazie. For me, I think Fredericks, they might drop Fredericks out. It's either they drop Fredericks or Igor Obu. Any of the 2. I think they might drop Felix or Igor Obu. And they might drop Benjamin Fredericks or Igor Obu. Let me know. For me, because of what happened in camp and everything, I think they might drop Benjamin Fredericks. They might drop Benjamin Fredericks. I think so. But let's see exactly what will happen. Midfield, we have Alex Iwobi, Frank Onyeka, Alassane Yusuf, Didi, Sade Bashiru, and Rafael Onyedika with Kule Santos Uche. If they're going to drop any player here, I think it should be Alassane Yusuf. For me, I just think that the guys here, they are much better players. They are way better players than actually what Alassane Yusuf. So for me, in that midfield, I think Alassane Yusuf is my pick. Forward line, this is where it's loaded. You have forward Ademola Lookman, Samuel Chukwueze, Victor Osimhen, Moses Simon, Victor Boniface, Nitella, Christos Uche, Sirudasas, Sadiq Kumar, Tularo Kodare, Terry Murphy, and Akwa Adams. See, this is very tricky. I think 25 players will make this team eventually for the World Cup qualifiers. 25 players. So you expect to drop 6. So for me, maybe drop Akot, drop Benjamin Fredericks. Not, I don't think he said it yet. Drop Alassane Yusuf. We'll be dropping 3 already. So we need to drop 3 strikers. Who do I think they're going to drop? I think they should drop Sadiq Kumar. They should drop Sadiq Kumar. They should drop Victor Boniface. Sadiq Kumar, Victor Boniface. And it's tough. It's tough. Because I'm about to choose, because I understand between Terry Murphy and Akwa Adams, they will drop 1 player between them. Terry Murphy is a very, very good player, and he has been with the national team for a long time. Akwa Adams is doing well currently now, but will it be okay for Akwa Adams to make his debut in a crucial Cup qualifier? Murphy is a very good finisher. I don't. The coach will not drop Siri Desas because he was so impressed with Desas. Instead for the coach to drop Siri Desas, he will drop to Tularo Kodare. But I don't think. I'm afraid. I think it might be Akwa Adams, but not to tell you that Akwa Adams has been very good, and the coach is a very big fan of Akwa Adams. So guys, no other striker. Yes, so guys, you can join now. So I'm going to actually put a link in the chat box. Please be very brief so that so many people can can contribute. So the link is already in the comment section. So guys, click on the link and actually join me quickly so that we can discuss the issues that we have discussed today. Please make it very brief. 3 minutes maximum for everybody, so that I don't want to spend 3 hours here again. No, the video is becoming too long, and I've already got please make sure that it's shorter so that you won't keep us, you won't pin us down here. So guys, the link is there. If you want to join, just actually click on that link, and we'll actually take you as you join. Please get your internet ready and make sure that the internet is actually is working well, so that we won't be struggling for internet as you actually join. Let me know if you have time to actually join. So let me know. So before I take my last story, I want to just see. Let me know your opinion about this one. Who do you think actually would be there? So for me, how will I rate this list? I think this is a very good list. Nobody here can complain that the player is missing here. It's a very, very good list. Nobody here can complain. Maybe a player is actually missing. I think this is a good list, and this. If in fact, I can tell you something. Apart from this guy, apart from Tosin Adarabioyo that might be coming in later, and some few players, I think this might be the team that will go to AFCON later this year. So, in my opinion, so I think this is probably be our team, to AFCON. So let me actually know. So let me just take this quickly. I have some people waiting to join. So super chat says, so we are saying Bruno is better than Zaidu. No, Chas. The reason is because Zaidu have not been playing for his club. So, and I think the coach actually went for a player that be fit. Zaidu have just been coming back. I can tell you that Zaidu will be back. So we'll be back very soon. So, and So thank you. So thank you, very to God. There's no comment actually we're commenting. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks, guys. We are 7 super chat. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. So I have my guys make it very brief, and so that we can be able to have a lot of people actually what join us. So I have people, a lot of people. I don't know, maybe I think I asked Sean Hopi here before. Okay, but I think S code. I'm going to start with S code. So S code is my fourth person here to join. So S code. So I have S code. So S code, thank you for joining. Is it the first time I'm going to see you, S code? So thank you, S code, for
Yeah,
joining. So
this is not actually because I used to see you on your other show with IoT,
okay,
a
okay,
good
okay.
show.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but this is my first time on this show.
Oh,
First
thank
time.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as I said, we have discussed a lot of things today. So I can see you then also up Balogun, and I don't know I can see you. I'll bring you up one after the other now, very quickly. So let me just start with S code. S code. So we have discussed so many things, from Chan to Rufai, Beria to this list. So what's your take quickly about this? What I've discussed today?
Okay, where do you want me to start from? It depends on where you want
Anybody,
me to start from.
you can start from anywhere. We're fine.
Okay, let me start from Chan. You have said it all, even though I disagree with some of the things you said about Chell. You know, he should take full responsibility along with NFF. You know, he saw these players and everything. So I don't want to stress on the list. I don't really have a
Sorry, sorry.
problem with the list.
You said that sorry, your internet went out slightly. Talk about the chance slightly. I want to hear you. So you disagree with more of what
Okay,
I said.
yes, I do disagree with you,
Yeah, yeah. Tell me.
respectfully anyway.
Yeah, yeah. No, no problem. Tell me.
Um, okay, this is what I say. When you pick a squad uh, that has
Mm-hmm,
only three central defenders
mm-hmm,
and no midfielder, no defensive
mm-hmm,
midfielder, that's a
mm-hmm,
recipe for disaster.
mm-hmm,
You know, so let me look at it. Chell is philosophy versus reality. The
mm-hmm,
philosophy is he wants his team to play in a diamond and be
mm-hmm,
compact in the middle, dominate in the
mm-hmm,
middle, those space and those zones. But the reality is that our players cannot play it. So he could have been adaptable. That's where I fault him for that. And he
mm-hmm,
didn't actually play wingers, unlike in the main Super Eagles, where he
mm-hmm,
actually plays wingers. So
mm-hmm,
that is where I put him on. And even in the second game against Sudan, what was there was no real tactical maneuver. All he did was remove Ngenge, put Manu. No like for it was a like for like switch. So
okay.
there was
Let
no
me just
real.
say something about that. So we can move on. See, as
Okay,
a pro player, when you say you are playing Division One, there's some other players in Division Two and Division Three. The reason why you are at that level, you must be adaptable too. See, what I'm
okay,
saying here, S code, is that you and you, we grew up in Nigeria.
yes, sir, we did.
We know our style of football. We dribble
Yes,
for fun.
fine.
Sometimes we stop ball. We stop ball. We with Eric Check coach these players how to stop the ball.
Okay, can I come in here?
Yeah.
Can
With
I
Eric
come in
Check
here?
coach the players how to dribble.
Okay, see, let me say something about these players. The truth of
Mm-hmm,
matter is, first things first, you have to understand something.
mm-hmm,
I don't know if you noticed it, but it's like the players were somewhat caged. I don't know if you noticed it. And
mm-hmm,
every time, if you look at Eric Chell on the bench, he was like his body language, you know.
mm-hmm,
So that translated to the players. One, two. In the third game against Congo, even though the performance was not that
yeah,
spectacular, but
uh-huh,
he actually played midfielders. He actually
uh-huh,
played someone like Alex Oyowa. He actually played someone like Tochukwu Michael. He actually pushed him further
yeah,
up the pitch. That was how we were able to dominate and have that numerical superiority.
uh,
You understand? So, me personally, as this thing, our players up to standard. Of course, people know that NPFL quality is not how it used to be, but saying that the coach does not have a blame, I disagree
No,
with
no,
that.
no. The
I
issue is this.
disagree.
Let me tell you something. I will not, I will not take him out of the whole thing. They both failed.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is that is it Eric Shell that invited the players to camp? Because they put everything on him. Eric Shell picked from the player invited by Gumede and Lechuku. Eric Shell is not the one that took them to camp. He picked from the players invited by Gumede. And let me tell you something. I watched the league. In the game between Rivers and Raymond today now,
Remo, I watched it too.
His old nonsense again. No
The
standout.
second half, the second half was not it at all. The second half of that game was not it at all.
So let's just move on from champ. Talk about the list so that we can move on quickly. People are actually waiting. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the list. I have no real problem with the list too. The only problem is I have a problem with someone like Osho and Tonariga not being there. It's a very big miss. Benjamin Frederick, with all due respect to him.
What do you think should be ahead of? Who do you think Osho should displace? Who do you
Benjamin
think
Frederick, with all due respect. Benjamin Frederick, with all due respect, in his club, he doesn't play as a centre back. He's a right wing back now. At least the 2 games I've watched, he's a right wing back. So Benjamin Frederick, Igbo would have been dropped for me or for Tonariga personally. But I don't really have any problem with the list. It's a good list, honestly. Honestly, the list is a very good list. It's a very, very good list. I don't expect anybody to be dropped in that midfield. I don't expect, but it's just that striking. You understand? People like Omar Sadiq. Omar Sadiq will be dropped. Who else will be dropped? Probably Teller surprisingly might be dropped. I have this feeling. I don't know why. Surprisingly, he might be dropped. Lukman go make him. Forget his club situation.
He will shoot himself in the foot if he drop Teller. Because that can be more useful to him in the game. So any other thought again before I bring other people on? Any other thoughts?
On Rufai, Peter Rufai, it's very unfortunate the way we do things in Nigeria. It's very unfortunate. I remember when Keshi died, that was 2015 or 2016. I don't remember the year. Yeah. When he died, it was so painful. I remember I had issues with Amaju Pinnick then, who didn't even want him as the coach then. And this man didn't have the decency to even show up as his burial. And he was now giving a flimsy excuse that he was not feeling fine. Christian Chukwu, who died earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken, was complaining last year I had monies being owed to NF for a job he had since 2004. 2004. I don't know. Check the video. There was an interview where he complained. So I don't. Why are we like this? If a legend like Taribo West can say what he said today, if a legend like Taribo West can say what he said he will not. This is a man that has bled for this country. I remember Korea Japan
against
2002.
Against
yes, this man. So people don't understand the gravity of this statement, and some people will now be coming saying, "Didn't they pay them salary?" That's not the point. It's about making them feel loved when they were alive, and even when they are dead. Give them the courtesy of a befitting burial. I don't know if you saw the post by NFF on Super Eagles.
It's inconsequential. I don't want to talk about it. Very, very useless and very
I didn't want to use that word, but yeah, she used it already. So I don't have anything. I don't have anything more to say.
All right. Thank you, Esco, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll continue to be a member of this.
All right.
Be a member.
Thank you. Thank you. So I have then also an idea to I'll go bring the two of you together, and I have Sean OP to actually what substitute when he's. I think he already joined before, but he left. And so let me bring then also. And also is the advocate of the Nigerian born players in diaspora. So so I'm going to bring him on very soon. So then also thank you for joining. I know and also to MBI so that we can just do it once for us. So uh I don't so let me just start with Dennis. So then so I don't know when you joined the when you joined today, but we discussed so many things, from the chant to everything. We discussed a lot of things, to the list. So take it from anywhere you want to start from. Anyway.
My brother, so
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
good police well with every one of you and the ones
I think
watching.
I think your internet is poor today. Oh.
Yeah, it's spotty. So, starting from the chan, you
Mm-hmm.
cannot really put much of a blame on Eric Chell. I do not think he should have been part. He should have been just a technical kind of advisor to the home base coaches for
Mm-hmm.
that tournament because those were their players. None of those guys were picked by Eric Chell. He was forced to be there to assume that responsibility, and it was not fair to him. He should
Mm-hmm.
have been smarter enough to say, if I am going to handle this team, I'm going to pick the players.
Mm-hmm.
But for the fact that he didn't pick the players, he
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't have just gone there and after production they take your name and slap on it. That is exactly what happened there. And now they're pointing fingers towards him. There no
Mm-hmm.
finger should have been pointed towards him. The quality of the players selected for this Chan team is a is I would say 90% reflection of what the our league is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 90% reflection of what our league is. There's not that many guys missing from this team. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing you can understand is that there you can separate a talent from one that is not refined at all.
Mm-hmm.
The quality of our league was in display in the Chan tournament. Even the 2-0 win against Congo, when you look at the type of mistakes in that back line, you ask yourself, are these guys professional footballers? Let's
Mm-hmm.
be honest with ourselves. The 2-0 did not really show much about these guys. The
Mm-hmm.
only two guys I would say that, yeah, or three of them, but none of only one. I messaged you that
Yeah.
Ebenezer Harcourt. I've been saying this for many
Mm-hmm.
months. Ebenezer Harcourt will come a time he will be competing for that number one spot. He
Mm-hmm.
has the talent. He has the most talent in that chanting. And
Mm-hmm.
among our home based goalkeepers, that guy has the potential to be in the like of Vincent Enyema.
Mm-hmm.
And we know a trend about Eric Chow. Eric Chow likes young players. That is
So
one
sorry,
thing.
I want to ask you a question then also.
Mhm.
On paper, the boy is 15 years old. Do you think that the boy should be the goalkeeper for the Golden England? Do you think he will pass the MRI test?
Um, for the Golden Eaglet,
I'm just saying, do you think he can pass the MRI test?
no, I don't think he will pass the
The
MRI test,
expert is laughing.
but
Can he pass?
he will be the under 21 goalkeeper. You know that.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
will
I
be
know.
the under 21 goalkeeper. This experience will make him even stronger for the under 21.
Uh-huh.
So that shine aside, what happened to Rufai was an eyesore. And none of us here will
Mm-hmm.
say that we're surprised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The lack of care and um, acknowledgement of our past, the likes of Yekini, Okwaraji, name them, Thompson Oliha, name them, Fred Abonibari,
Mm-hmm.
name them. The list will continue to be a catalog. You see how were treated towards the later end of their lives. And
Mm-hmm.
what happened to Rufai was not even a surprise to many of us here.
Mm-hmm.
And to make matters interesting, who is the technical advisor, the so-called technical advisor of the national team?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he part of the teammate of these guys?
Mm-hmm.
You ask yourself, why is he there and this type of things was happening? This
Mm-hmm.
kind of paint a clear reflection of what I have been saying here for a long time. Our problem started in 1994.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the main reason why Westerhoff left from
Yeah.
US after the World Cup, after our exit against Italy. That
Mm-hmm.
was the reason he left. And that issue has not been resolved. And it is very much still very much spiraling down the drain for this
Mm.
current Super Ego
Yeah. It is.
teams.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is my take on Rufa and how the other S players has been treated. When it comes to
Yeah.
this World Cup list
Mm-hmm.
qualifier,
Mm-hmm.
goalkeeper wise, you can never ever overlook the physical attributes of a goalkeeper. If
Mm-hmm.
a goalkeeper may invite opponents to shoot at all costs, for example, put physical attributes and confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Put Uzoho in that post. Your opponents will be confident to shoot from 45, 50 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
You put Ayodele in there. Your opponents will be very confident to float the ball into the air.
Yes.
They will punish him through the air. You don't
Mm-hmm.
give your opposition the upper
Mm-hmm.
hand. To be frank with you, he can, even if Ayodele plays for Manchester United, I
Mm-hmm.
will pick Ebenezer Harcourt ahead of him. I say
Mm-hmm.
this today, I will say this tomorrow, I will say this forever. Ebenezer Harcourt, I will choose him ahead of him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
In terms
Okay.
of the defense, let's go back to a trend that we've noticed before Eric Chow became the coach of the Super Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Chow likes to breed young players into his team.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking at Frederick to be the one drop. Come on, you bring on a teen defender in a finals of a competition, and he played as if he is a veteran. That is the mind of a strong mind. You can never ever overlook that.
Hmm. Okay.
Benjamin
You're making a
Bandia
very good point.
was toe to toe with the Jamaicans, speed
Mm-hmm.
wise, aerial wise, ground wise. He did not panic. Remove this NPFL Kafu. Remove that guy from that game against Jamaica and Ghana, against Jamaica that Frederick played. That game would not have gone to penalty.
Mm-hmm.
The person I believe that would be dropped from that defense, unfortunately, I'm looking at Igor Obo.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
looking at Igor Obo because if Eric Chell was that confident about him, you will notice it in his usage of him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is going to come down to Igor Obo. In the midfield, you don't need to even blink an eye. He should not be in the list at all.
Alasan
Ahmad
Yusuf.
Yusuf should not be in that list. That one
Mm-hmm.
is an easy choice.
Choice. So what about the forward line? Quickly, so that we can.
The forward line is where it gets very interesting.
Yes.
The first one is not even in a blink of eye. Sadiq Omar out.
Okay.
When it comes to chemistry, when it comes to chemistry with the
Mm-hmm.
team, there we know of a player that has not been able to establish any chemistry with this team. His place in this team is not there right now. I wholeheartedly believe that he should focus. I wish him well if it is true that he has moved to AC Milan, but he
Mm.
needs to go there
He's
and
now the
very
best of
much
either.
recalibrate himself. He needs to go there and recalibrate himself. That means Boniface should not be part of this assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody mentioned that Teller should be dropped. What I have to say to that person is
I don't.
absolute no.
I think he can play as a wing
Teller
back.
is a joker.
Yeah.
Teller is a joker. There is a formation that I have hoped in for this is kind of a falcon formation. And the only person that makes sense, that very much ties it together, is actually Nathan Taylor. It's either Nathan Taylor or Dele Bachuru
Mm-hmm.
will plug that particular spot. Do I believe Crisanto Uche will play behind Osimhen? Yes.
Uche
Do
is.
I believe Lookman will come from the left? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do I believe Chukwueze will play somewhat from the middle? Yes.
Yes.
Then it comes down to using a decoy. You need a decoy that
Mm-hmm.
can play as a right winger, an energizer bunny that can run that right channel and also come in to defend.
Mm.
Nathan Taylor can give you that. Dele Bashiru can give you that.
Yeah, Dele Bashiru, I know. I
Can
know
give
Dele
you that. Those are the only two players that can give you that.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to our central defensive midfield, I think Ndidi will start the game but will not finish the game.
Yes. Yes.
There comes who is the last person that will be dropped from this list. We're looking at
Either
Desas.
Terry Desas
Desas is had some injury, but he is going to be fully
is
fit.
by this weekend.
Yes, he will be fully fit for the game. Desas to me is untouchable.
And even sorry, there's also even the coach mentioned in the Kenne that players like Frank Onyeka, Felix Agu, and Siri Desas, they end their sports. It said it about a month or two ago, a month.
Yes,
Yeah. So to see them on the list is not a joke. You know, yeah. Desas, Onyeka, and Agu end their
yes,
sport.
yes, they have.
Mhm.
And what makes a matter
So who do you
interesting,
think should drop between Murphy and Akko?
that is what I'm about to say right now,
Yeah.
that my third choice will surprise you.
Yes.
My third choice will surprise you.
Yeah. Who? Let us
And
know.
most of the people here. Um, you have to use the abilities and talent pool of the players you have to execute a particular type of game.
Mm-hmm.
The technical abilities of Tolu Arokodala is not fitted for South Africa game.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
it here today. I'll
Yeah.
say
I
it
agree.
anytime. I'll
Yeah.
say it forever.
I agree. I
Tolu
agree.
Aloko
It's
Dare
a
is
bit
not
controversial,
fitted
but
for
I
South
agree.
Africa game. You
Yeah.
need the physicality of
Mm-hmm.
Ako Adams. South Africa do not want to play a player like that.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is
I would
brutal.
take Akko ahead of Tolu,
And he
honestly.
has the mental strength you need for that type of game. It is
Mm-hmm.
very important. You are not going to drop Terry Murphy. he
I don't
is
think
one
so.
of the most natural finisher and somebody that has played us against South Africa, and South
Yeah,
Africa
and cause them problem.
struggled handling
Handling.
Jeremy Murphy.
Yeah, yeah.
They
So
struggled against him.
let me just say, before I go to ideas, let me just to back up your point. Before I came live today, I watched, I just was texting me at that time. I watched this game, Zimbabwe against Nigeria in Uyo. I just rewatched the game of FIFA Plus. And I realized that when Eric Shea changed the formation and brought in Tolu for Chikwueze, I realized that when Osimhen drops the ball for Arokodare, it doesn't get the ball, it doesn't run. The guys
No.
just it doesn't run. So if Eric Shell is going to change that type of formation, he needs somebody faster. That when
Yes,
Osimhen drops that ball, that person can take it and move with it. And that is
that's
certain point
Uche.
where the teller can come in or acquire that.
Ella, exactly.
Yeah. So I
And you
actually,
know, South Africa do not want to play Chukwueze.
yeah, yeah, they will not. I don't know. Chukwueze is if Chukwueze
He's
don't
their
play this game,
nemesis.
South Africa is the Chukwueze's game. South Africa is Chukwueze's game. If Chukwueze is going with one leg, South Africa. See, I just please sharpen Chukwueze very well though. To encourage him. We have a lot of liability. We have a lot of players in
No,
your team.
it's
So,
it's leaving.
sorry, I just before you continue, sorry. There's also so thanks because of people. I can still bring you on later, but thank you for joining. So there's also thank you. That's a very good contribution for them. So in fact, a lot of people join to enjoy the contribution. So let me just take some quick super chat before I take on Idol. Just like Dutch philosophy, the Nigerian pattern is diamond. Check out. And the issue is this: when we are playing 4-4-2, there we used to have this inverted Philippe George Amuneke coming in, similar to Diamond in those 94 days. But correct to go, thank you for super chat too. And also Chidi Ibe, thank you for the super chat. So let me go on. Guys, if I didn't tell your comments, it's because it's not accompanied by what? By super chat. I'm sorry about that. But I have Sean Opie, actually waiting. Mr. Kingsley, I also have you waiting, but let me hear from Adoson. I bring Sean Opie on too. So Adoson, let me hear from you.
Thank you.
So
Thank you
what do
very
you want
much.
to start from? Yes.
Let me start with Boniface moving to Milan. I think this is a new lease of life for Boniface. We shall want for him to take advantage of it. Players in the past that we try to rescue their careers, they betrayed us. Mostly is Akakaroglu of Inter Milan. I'll still say it is that Boniface should be more professional. We got him to deputize for Mexican Santiago Jimenez, who is more professional than Boniface. Boniface should go into his shed now and stop all these internet memes, stuff like that, and focus on his career. He has the talent. That guy is good. If you just focus, and Milan doesn't have time. In Milan, if you don't do anything, they will ship you out. If you go and ask Brazil, Imasroya, Milan is a respect, Milan is a respect of nobody. They will ship you out. They don't care. So that's on Boniface. Like I said, I'm happy for him as a person that got a new club, but I'm just sad that it happens to my club that got him. Maybe he should have gone to Arsenal. Maybe that's on that.
Sean Opie will not be happy about you saying Arsenal there.
I
But
know.
let me ask you a question, Idol. God forbid, in case it didn't work out for Boniface here, do you think that talk is straight?
Milan doesn't care. We don't care to sell him to maybe Napoli or any lower club in Serie B. But I think he might even go to Saudi if the right offers come. He might go to Saudi. He might go to Saudi. But I don't want for him to
work
sit
out.
down.
Let's hope, yeah.
Because I see that people have been tackling me from logistic Jeff to Adiola to they be mocking me. Don't worry. That's not on that. On the
What you will win the Serie A this season. You win, don't worry.
Of course. So on the legend that was buried today, I remember was it 2001? I don't know if everybody remember this, that Rufai took up about 80 or 100 million to a bank then. I remember a bank that Rufai took all his money, his 80 million to a bank. And when the bank crashed, in fact, they even offered him a board of directors. He rejected it. He refused. He said, "Oh God," then he was still playing. But when the bank collapsed, many people lost their money. What am I saying here? The way we cheat people, now some of us are abusing the Tomoris, the Ezes for not playing for Nigeria. When people see this, would they want to play for Nigeria? Would they want to play for Nigeria? I think we can do better. And I've been saying this. NFL doesn't want the players to be united. Because if they are united, they'll be able to checkmate the shenanigans of NFF. So they don't want the players to be united. It has been like that. The one I was saying that they pay they see old fight, they all shoot he died. Ruben Angola since 1992, they are still owing him.
Mm-hmm.
But since we have been saying that, let them somebody should come out and say, NFL, we are not owing Ruben Angola. But they will not say that. God forbid. But let the man's enemy pass. They will not come out. They only come out to defend. They only come out to defend paying. Those are late. Those are alive. They don't come out to defend. When I accuse them, they don't come out. NFF will not come out and say anything. But we just put that now. They will not come out and say we are not owing them. These people should understand that everybody will pay their debts. Everybody, no matter how old we are, even Methuselah and Nesina, pay their debts. So pay these people when they are alive, give them their money. They work for you. They were soldiers. These guys, look at what even this guy said the other day. I forgot about this guy, Onasi. Now look, sometimes moving from one point to another point is a big risk. And these are guys that will go to another country, go and play those countries, beat them. Most times, that's what Kebaba said. They used to attack them. They are just like soldiers that lay their life for their country. Why not pay them their money? I pray I pray God and family for you to get the loss in Jesus' name. That's that. Then let me go to the list. Goalkeeper, Stanley Wabani, Amas, Adebayo, Accord. I will not hesitate to remove Amas Obasoke. It's a big shame. Tanzania Premier League ended June 25. Tanzania Premier League ended June 25. And it will not resume until September 16. It will not resume until September 16. Now, we are not inviting a player from that league. A goalkeeper that doesn't keep for Simba, Yanga, or Azam. He keeps for Cigar B Stars. The last time he played was maybe even before the league ended. He didn't play some matches. Well, I bring some player, Tanzania. I can't remember when we got here. I can't remember when we got to this stage. I can't remember last time we got to this stage. Tell me why we cannot. Okay, if you say Embrisa Accord, even though I'm not a fan of him, okay, maybe this will build his confidence going to the Under-20 World Cup. Oh, I've been in camp with the big boys. This should be a confidence boost for him going to Under-20 World Cup. So as for me, I will pick Nwabali, Adeleye, and Embrisa Accord. Amas should be dropped. Let Amas go back to Nigerian League or go to Europe or even Saudi, we call him. Not playing Tanzania. If you want to stay in Tanzania, You should go and collect the shirt from Chukwi, the man in Yanga. Or come from that guy in Simba. Or the guy from this smaller guy from in Azam. That's on goalkeepers, defenders. Well, we can't say anything about the ones that were not invited. I would have loved this guy. This guy was here to be part of the team, for sure, but it's not there. But for me, I will say this. I don't dislike the guy. He's a young guy. But I will not use that friendly match against Jamaica, against the depleted second team of Jamaica, to raise a player. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry about that. And I'm becoming that he should move. See what I said? Eletu should go on loan. Eletu should go on loan. Now, Akisobele has gone on loan. Benjamin Grace has gone on loan. I said, I watched the last team, the 3 matches I played. He didn't do well. Let this young man enjoy first team football. Let him get his team. Let him become a mainstay in the team. Now, he doesn't play his natural wing in Denda. He doesn't play his natural wing in Denda. So let him fight for his mainstay in Denda.
Yeah.
I know he has quality, that potential to become the top defender. But now they are playing him off his natural wing. Sometimes he plays as wing back, sometimes he plays as outside right. Maybe that's why he's not doing well. But let him work his way and get back to his natural position. Either center back or right back. Then I know he's going to get a team there. I know he's going to play well in Denda. But let us give him time to mature, to do well in Denda. That's that. So me, I want him to be dropped so I can consider on his team.
Yeah.
In midfield, I want Alassane to be dropped. But going forward, my brothers, you are saying, see, I said it. Apart from Ademola Lookman, Nathan Taylor is the only player in that team that can play either as a winger or as a striker. We've seen him. I think I've done that. He did that a lot last season. We played in Burnley. I didn't even Leverkusen. He played at the first line. As a striker.
At the first line,
so,
yes.
From Lookman, Nathan Taylor is the only one that can play the two wings.
Yeah, and he's good at pressing.
Yeah, Simon cannot do it. Sugar cannot do it.
Yeah.
Even Osimhen cannot do it. Osimhen is a point man.
Yeah.
So for me, we want Sadiq Kumar to be dropped. But Nigeria, at least, so we want to put him there.
Yeah. So
water. So I want for Tolu Arokola to be dropped.
Yeah. And okay. And who again?
Aquadas to be dropped because I don't want him to get to full pressure on him being first match for Spikes.
Okay.
Then I think maybe if you talk about Tolu Arokola, Telemorphy, and Aquadas.
All right, thank you.
I want to use sentiment to put a Milan player in Boniface.
Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you for that visible submission. So I'll still bring you back, if you still have time, but let me just bring Temitope quickly. Thank you, for the time. So Shanopi, before you start, I just want to bring on Temitope quickly before you take the original. Temitope, your thoughts quickly.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
First of all, when we go to our quota system issue, quota system, when it goes to quota system, Sadiq Kumar and what are they in that school? What are they doing in that school? Sadiq Kumar play for Valencia last season, and I'm not sure they're going to the club side, I'm not sure about that. So that's one. Two, I contain a team list. I think it's okay. It's okay. The defense is okay. And which is okay for me. I don't think that the midfield is a bit okay. Instead of giving this guy, youngster, that Adam, every time to give you a chance, just for a cap. That's all, nothing more. About Boniface issue, Boniface is a good move for him to AC Milan. I'm the man for him. I think get him new life. Maybe stop all this internet stuff. We stop it now. Finally, Conspiragus. I like that 10 movies back in the squad. For me, I will drop Sadiq Kumar. I will drop Abasoje. I will also drop Alassane Yusuf. And I will drop either Tolu or Boniface. That's all. Thank you very much. Good night.
Oh, thank you, Ndokwe. Very brief and fast. Thank you, Ndokwe. Ndokwe, thank you. So, Shanopi. So I'm thinking
Yes, sir.
definitely are ready. So let me hear from you, Shanopi. So I know you joined earlier. We discussed about the
No,
chant.
no. Yeah,
The day
yeah.
before we talked about maybe you saw the video of Taribo West,
Yeah, yeah.
talking
Yeah, about his
bitterly about
child. Yeah.
about
Yeah.
what happened. So I
Mm,
discussed that too. I discussed about the transfers. Boniface is already in
on
Milan.
loan.
Talked
In
about
Milan, yeah.
Milan. I talked about Chikweze going to
Okay.
Fulham, Filippo Tele going to Fulham too, Ojendika
Mm,
to West Ham. And I discussed
mhm.
those things too. And I also talked about the Super Eagles list. I know maybe I've seen that too.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I'm looking at it right here in front of me.
provisional list. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
where do you want to start from? Let me just
Let me start by okay. So before I start, typically they will invite like 25, 27, right? To
yeah.
finalists. Okay,
Yeah.
so we can choose 4 to 6 players. Okay, so let me talk about the terrible rounds, right? These
Mm-hmm.
events and all that. I remember when Olise dropped his book,
Mm-hmm.
and I read the book actually. Actually, I'm not a typical fan of reading hardcover anymore. I typically do audio, but this time around, I read the cover. I read the hardcover back to back. I think I read the book twice. Whether is maybe sugar and pepper, they the book, oh, but you could tell this guy keeps record, and he was very articulated. I mean, we all know Sunday Lise is a well exposed player.
Yeah.
But here's where I'm going with this. If it were to be a different client, that book would have generated a lot of, news, attention,
Mm-hmm.
calling players to say, okay, in chapter 5, he said Ikmeba, when if Ikmeba does not give them right in Belgium,
Mm-hmm.
or Ikmeba was not nice to the African players, he was the one that was dropping the African players
Mm-hmm.
after training. There's a part in the book like that. Not trying to
Mm.
spoil anything,
Yeah.
right? Ikmeba would have come out to say, oh, this is true or this is not true.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, the players kept mute
Mm.
about the book. So it's either they didn't read the book or they just like, you know what, I'm not going to give this book any more promo.
Mm.
And they kept quiet. And
Mm-hmm.
the reaction I saw from the sports world in Nigeria, especially the football world, and to laser focus the ex-international world,
Mm-hmm.
shows that there's a lot of disunity
Yeah.
amongst the players.
Yeah.
And I remember messaging him, that's on your list, and I
Mm-hmm.
said, this your book is great. If
Mm-hmm.
it were a different client, this will generate a lot of topic, a lot of controversy, a lot of people coming out to speak up, right?
Mm.
But the reaction was so dull, people hardly said anything, except for a few places or maybe on Facebook Live where people just chip in a few things here and there. So it's very sad. And just to buttress what he said earlier about the disunity
Mm-hmm.
among the players,
Mm-hmm.
inability to forgive each other, inability to let things go, and keeping things for 40 years. I heard that part.
Mm-hmm.
It just tells you everything that you need to know,
Mm-hmm.
about how our football structure is and how players' relationships are. In
Mm-hmm.
other clients too, players might not
Sorry,
really like.
Shanopi. Shanopi, do
Yeah.
you know that in the build up to the 2002 World Cup in the Korea, Japan,
Hmm.
when Yakubu was suspended, Yakubu did not, he played the qualifiers, but he didn't go.
Yeah.
They agreed not to go. But certain Okocha and Kanu went, to that World Cup.
Yeah.
So, when the interview Finidi George, years after, about 2 years ago, he said that you cannot prosper with other people's sweat.
Mm.
He still remembers that issue. Say,
Mm-hmm.
he did not see, the way he was saying it was that he didn't even forgive those that betrayed them.
Mutual
So,
you went too. Yeah.
yes, to tell you that this thing is a 2002 World Cup, that's a long time ago now.
Yeah.
Continue.
And
Can you say that they don't?
yeah, and that is just the surface.
Hmm.
But let's look at what's deeper. People will agree, people will disagree. But I don't, this is not an entitlement kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when a player like Peter Rufai, or popularly known as Skipper Rufai, you know, that's done the nation proud in the Super Eagles colors, I think it deserves a befitting burial and a lot of support from
Yeah.
from the federation. They should show more support because he was not just an ordinary citizen.
Mm-hmm.
He played for Nigeria, and he won. He was part of the team that won the AFCON in 1994. He went to
Mm-hmm.
the World Cup in 94, 98.
Mm-hmm.
So he's an icon. He's a legend. So I think the federation needs to do better on things like that. Even
Mm-hmm.
Keshi's burial too, you can see what happened and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sometimes it's not just the money, it's just, regard the regard and the supports
Mm-hmm.
that
Yes.
the honor they
Mm-hmm.
deserve. Look at when the
Mm-hmm.
ex-military president, sorry, the ex-president died. Look at
Mm-hmm.
the honor that they
Yes.
gave him. I know it's a
Mm-hmm.
president, I get it, but
Mm-hmm.
give players to people that have served the country. Give them honor. Give them the honor that they deserve. Give them a
Yeah.
befitting burial. Just show support. It doesn't have to be money.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is not money,
Yes.
but just
Yes.
show them the support. Now that is that one on the side. Um, for Chan, um, I it's the problem is we just can't keep our best talents in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
The welfare is poor, the league is not managed well. So as soon as the player is blossoming, is gonna leave. So
Yeah.
the inability to keep talent. Remember that time when Gene Raw was the coach? They say, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
bring home base, bring home base." He said, "Well, the home base I bring today, the next window is gone."
Yeah.
So it's hard to keep talent in Nigeria because of
Mm-hmm.
the quality of the league.
Yeah.
No structure. So until the league is fixed, we're gonna have this. We're always gonna have this. As a matter of fact, it was a miracle they qualified for Chan, and some of the players that qualified them for Chan, they are no longer in the team.
Yes.
They've moved on. So until we fix this, where players can stay for a while, they don't have to. They don't need to be pressured to leave because they are living comfortably in
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria. They can
Yeah.
afford to take their family to Cape Town, take their
Mm-hmm.
family
Ghana.
to US, to Ghana, to Uyo on a weekend trip without looking at their bank accounts, and they're still comfortable. We're gonna have this conversation. So that one aside. So I'm not blaming Eric Shell. It's like bring Pep Guardiola to come and manage these people. They'll still do the same thing. They can't do anything. You
Yeah.
can the quality is not there. Let's call it what it is. Now to the provisional list, the 31. I'm gonna try and strip off 4 or 5 players. So I'm gonna start from the goalkeepers. There are four players on the list, right?
Yes. Let
You
me just
made a
quick.
very, very, very important point, right?
I
Yeah,
can see it
yeah.
on
I
this.
can even see it. Yeah, I have the
Okay.
screen. I have the screen right in front of me. Yeah. So,
Okay.
the you made a very important point for the calculation of economics 101. They might want to break, but let's say they don't do economics 101. I think they should be able to have. Well, I think thinking about it now, Eric Shell might want to bring in Stanley, obviously Stanley, Amas, and Akot, just to give him the exposure he needs
Yeah.
because
I think you need.
typically the third goalkeeper is not really needed. So sorry, Adele might be the one to be dropped.
But what I
But
was
let
it was he has even kept on Nigeria before against
yeah,
Syria.
Syria alone, and he did well actually.
He did well, yeah.
It's just a shot. It's short goalie. But
Is
in all honesty, though, I would prefer Adelaye to Amas or
a
Basile.
mass. Yes, I think so too.
But yeah, I'll prefer him. But I know they pick things here. Let's
Yes.
just leave it that way. So if it's left to me, it will be Stanley Wambali, Adeleye, and Akot, just for
Mm-hmm.
giving him the exposure to be part of the senior team, and he can learn one or two things, even though he's not
Yes.
going to goal.
Mm-hmm.
For defenders, there's something that just struck my mind.
Yes.
Does the fact that you just move to French league gives you an automatic shirt? You move back to the French league, gives you an automatic invitation back to the Super Eagles.
I
And I'm
think
talking about Chidozie Awazen,
he
who
got
was
that
in the yeah.
because of severe gas injury.
Okay, fair enough, fair points. Because to be honest, I think when when Chidozie first joined Super Eagles, it was good. But I think at a point he started losing a lot of concentration in the
Yes.
center, and it was even the TSC game. There were some of the goals that were scored. It like saying that for me, lack of awareness and all that. So to be honest, I'm not a big fan of Tidoze. But having said that, again, in the spirit of Eric trying to give people chances, I don't think this is a situation where you have to give players chance. This is a very important, crucial fixtures that we have ahead of us, right? So to me, I would say Benjamin Fredericks, sorry, gotta go. Then gosh, this is tough. I'll say if he's gonna take out two, I'll say Ugo
Mm-hmm.
Ogbu
Mm-hmm.
needs to go. Every other person stays. So that's three already.
Mm-hmm.
Midfield, Alex obviously will stay, Frank will stay, Indidi obviously, Dele Bashiru obviously, even though Dele, a lot of these guys, some of these guys are sitting on the bench in their clubs, which is not
No,
encouraging.
Dele is playing now for
Okay, he's
Lazio
playing. Okay, he's playing. Okay, okay, good one.
regularly. Last year
Rafael
under
Yedika,
under Mauricio Sarri.
yeah, and Cristiano Uche. Now, IoT is to say something which I kind of want to touch base on. Cristiano Uche is a midfielder. But when you
Mm-hmm.
watch him play for his club, he plays in a very advanced role.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see how Eric Shell will
Mm-hmm.
play. Having said that, I'll drop Alassane Yusuf in this list.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now let's move to the forward. Adama Lukman, hopefully he starts playing all these club drama should fold up
And
soon.
yeah.
Yeah, so Samuel Chukwu is obviously coming. Osimhen, number one on the list. Simon, of course. Boniface. Now, here's the thing about Boniface, right? I think Boniface, because his performance on the pitch isn't great and has dropped in recent times, that is why people criticize all his memes and everything he does on the internet,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Now, if he was playing well and was doing all those things, people would not say anything. Let's be honest. People
Yes.
will just
Yes.
like whatever, leave him alone. But
Mm-hmm.
because his engagement on social media is not proportionate with his performance on the pitch, right? That's why
Mm-hmm.
people are complaining about it. Nathan Teller, Syria. So for me, right off, I'm going to drop Tolu Arokodare. Um, I'm going to drop. I'm going to keep Cyril Dessert, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to drop. I'm going to drop Terry Murphy. And the reason why I'm going to drop Terry Murphy is because he's just coming back from injury. He needs some time to get back to full fitness. I know he started playing back for his club, but it's probably going to take some time. So I'm going to drop Tolu Arokodare and Terry Murphy. Sadiq Kumar is a tall player. They probably want to keep him for long balls or not headers or whatever. So I think they'll keep Sadiq Kumar in the squad. So that's
Mm-hmm.
my own thing. And yeah, obviously Victor Boniface is gonna be invited. I think he's
Yeah.
gonna be invited.
So let
The quality is there. The quality is there, but it just needs to match his pitch
yeah.
performance to what his
So
social
do
media
you pick
engagement.
Aquadams or you drop him?
The list also Aqua Adams is below, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, I've picked how many players have I dropped now? Two
Yeah.
in the attack, one in the midfield, right? So that's three. Two in
Mm-hmm.
defense, that's five. One in goalie, that's six. So you want me to make it seven? Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
asking. Um, Akko Adams, I will still take Akko Adams right now over Tola Arokodare or Terry Murphy, in my own
Okay.
opinion.
Oh,
In my own
okay.
opinion.
Yeah. Let me just say something about Chiuzi Awazie. So I think that it wasn't meant to make this list until Semedo actually got injured. And
Okay.
naturally, when he got injured, I think they looked at Leon Balogun, looked at Kaito Meru. You know, he was a player that have played with them before
Yeah.
very well. So I think that
Mm,
is when you see Kaito Meru come to the picture, Leon Balogun comes to the
mm,
picture,
mm,
and also Chidozie Awazie. There's no Gabriel
mm,
Osho. But only played with them twice or so. But Osho is used to play in a three-back system, you know,
mm.
in his own club side. And with due respect to Gabriel Osho, I don't really trust him in the back four, you know, in the back
Not for
four.
that crucial
Not for that
tournament,
crucial type of
crucial fixture. Sorry.
fixture. In the three-back system, Osho will actually what will do well. So, and
Okay.
I think that Awazebi is like it won't start, Don't actually what get me wrong. It won't start.
Mm,
But I think Awazebi is a slight upgrade on Igor Ogu, the way I actually want to see it. I think Igor Ogu is just coming back from injury, a little
mm,
bit rugged. And
mm,
I think that any mistake you make in this thing, it might be actually very crucial. Not experienced too, don't forget about
mm.
that. We saw
Yeah.
him play at the Unity Cup, and I
Mm,
won't tell you that it was exceptional. The boy
yeah.
Fredericks, I think, outshined him, in
Mm,
that final. So I just think that Fredericks, if he makes it, will not start. Maybe will come on to just see out game,
yeah.
and maybe put him in the midfield just to come and see out game and mark
Yeah.
some people. I think that type of things. That's what I bring him
Yeah.
on. So
Yeah.
I think for me, I think it's a balanced team. If I'm not
Yeah.
actually mistaken, I think it's a balanced team. I don't think there's too much issues on that. Let me just hear from the Patrick before we do and wrap it up. So Patrick, let me hear from you quickly.
Yeah, thank you for having me. So, what are the topics? Let me start here. Just
But
give me a time. Huh?
I
Hey,
just
Smith, let me
yeah
let me step out for somebody else. Okay.
yeah okay, no problem, no problem.
Okay.
So
You
Okay.
want me to still want me to stay?
I want
So,
60
Okay.
so
Okay.
that
Okay. Okay. Okay.
we
Okay.
can
Okay.
wrap it
Okay.
up together.
Okay.
So
okay, I know you were
Patrick,
talking about okay, let me start from Peter Rufai
yeah.
case. I think I was listening to Aaron Akiro Delu of Arise News. So he
Mm,
said that the government gave 40 million naira to support the burial of Peter Rufai. So I don't know. In fact, he debunked Taribo West, what Taribo West was saying, that no support. So he was saying the government gave 40 million naira. So he was actually in the venue for the burial here in Lagos. So that is that. But I don't know where he had his source, but you can check it it's in YouTube, Arise News. So then
sorry, let me just
with
say that Aaron
okay,
Akeredolu is not a credible source. That's why he came to say that they have paid the Falcons and everything was false. So continue.
okay. So in terms of the list, many of these guys are on yellow card. I know that Calvin Bassi is on yellow card.
Yeah.
Bright Osai Samuel is on yellow card. Um, Even Wilfred Ndidi is on yellow card.
Yes.
What is his name? This
Sadiq
what's this
Umar.
guy? Sadiq Omar is on yellow card.
Uh-huh.
So, and if any of these guys get another yellow card, they will miss the match. If they
Calvin
get
Bassey
another yellow card against
not on yellow.
Rwanda, they will miss South African match. If they
Yes.
also miss, so it's a dicey situation. But if I'm to drop in that team, Nwabale and Amas Obasegi, I select these two and possibly Dele Adeleye. Adebayo. Then in defense, I think Felix Ago, Benjamin Fredericks, I think they should go. Chidozia Awaziem has been suspect. I think I remember the last time he played was under Finidi George. He caused a back pass against Mali that caused Mali to score the first goal. I think that was actually so he made that mistake, and that mistake cost him. Yeah, has never been used since after that Mali friendly match. So, I don't prefer Ugo Obu. I still prefer Ugo Obu in that team. So possibly Felix Ago, Benjamin Franklin, because of their knowledge of African football. Because this is a typical African football, which is going to be a tough test. Then in the midfield, Hassan Yusuf should go. Because I don't know what he's I don't know what he's actually doing in that team. He has he committed infringements that cost us many matches. I still remember the South African match in the AFCON that Osimhen was celebrating a goal, only to see that Hassan Yusuf had cost penalty. And then in the forward, I think Sadiq Omar should go. Tolu should also go. I don't see Tolu as someone that can be able to fit in. And then possibly Akko Adams should also go. Cyril Dessers, I don't know whether his injury has been,
He's back. He's on the pitch now. I've been doing the report.
Okay, so if he's back, he should be in that team.
He should start against Club Brugge in the Champions League on Tuesday.
Okay, so but I didn't see him on Champions League against Club Brugge. Club Brugge qualified. I didn't see him in that match.
No, he was injured. He will be back for the second leg.
Okay. So I think Akko Adams, Tolu, Sadiq Omar should pave way. Then which other topic again were you talking?
Before you jump into that, because I want to ask this question, both of you,
okay.
God forbid, I know that in case, because in fact, arguably the most important player in that team is Calvin Bassey. In case Calvin Bassey got a silly yellow card against Rwanda in Uyo.
Okay.
What will Erisha do?
That's why I said Ugo Obu should be there, because I know that Calvin Bassey is on yellow card.
But the
so in that defense, and Bright Osai Samuel is also on yellow card in that defense.
The issue is
those two guys will be cautious, because when you are on yellow card, you may not come out with your full potential, because you are afraid that if you get this yellow card, you will, you won't play again. So that's why I still Ugo Obu should be there. Ugo Obu should be there, and possibly Ugo Obu can play the central defense. Yeah.
Let me just say, Ekong cannot play left-sided centre back. I heard it from a very reliable source that when
but that's why Bruno Onyemechi is there now. Bruno can play left-sided distance.
And let me explain to you. Sorry.
Okay.
When he was playing with Leon Balogun, he normally begged Leon Balogun to play on the left for him because he cannot use his left. And if you look at him now, Calvin Bassey play left-sided centre back. Igor Ogu is comfortable playing as a right-sided centre back. The issue is that, based on what I saw here, there is no substitute for Bassey. You mentioned Bruno Onyemechi that he can play centre back.
He can play left full back. I think that's what he plays. Sometimes right full back. No. It doesn't necessarily mean that because I know online now we play the right fullback. Sometimes online now,
talking about
we have played the right fullback. Then Bruno can play the left fullback. So
I'm talking about that one. I'm talking about left center back, not left back and right back.
Left center back. That's what I'm saying. The left center back will go Obukan. Or Chidozia Wine at worst case, even though he's a suspect.
What I'm saying is that Igbo is more comfortable, play on the right. And I will know that against Jamaica too, play on that right. And Awaziem has been playing right center back and right all the time. So, but I also want to raise this question now. I know that she wants to say something about it. Do you think it's a big thing for Eric Shell not to consider somebody to come in for Calvin Bassey? Because for me now, you have someone like Jordan Torinaga, that is a left center back. But do you think that it can be a very, very big mistake? Because I don't think we're covered in that area.
I remember we talked, I think in one of your lives, I mentioned it that we have central defense crisis in Super Eagles. To be honest, I'm scared about this defense. I'm worried. William Trusecon is not the same player anymore. I'm going to answer your question. So and Calvin Bassey is a solid player, but sometimes I've said it before, he has not matured yet to that leadership role where he can say, you know what, I own this place. I'm going to man it. He's not there yet, but he'll get there. So the fact that we have defensive crisis in the central of the park of the defense, and somebody, Calvin Bassey is on yellow, right? Right? Oh yeah, that's a big red flag right there.
Then Bright or Samuel is also in yellow.
But the question is more for central, right? For now. So it's a big red flag because first of all, our central back, I'm sorry, is not quality. Look at I hate to make a comparison. Look at the Cote d'Ivoire center back. They have a guy playing for Roma. They have another guy playing for Sporting Lisbon. And these guys are starters. Yes. Can you see the golf equality?
Yeah.
It's so wide. Right? It's a problem because against South Africa, we'll be tested. Let's call it what it is. Those guys will test us. And they know how to move ball around in boxes. They know how to knock ball around. You know that their midfield is quite good, right? They know how to knock ball around and everything. So yeah, to answer your question, is a source of concern. The central defense is a source of, even with the starting with what's his name, William Troost-Ekong and Calvin Bassey, is still a source of concern to me. Not to talk less of Calvin Bassey risking, missing out the next game against South Africa.
He's not missing the game. But what we are saying is, if he happens to collect a yellow card again, then he's eligible to play all the matches remaining. But
no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
If he collects another yellow card by accident or by default, then he will miss, the next match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is at risk. Is that a yellow card? So it's at risk right now. So any extra yellow card is gonna miss the next game. So it's a big risk and it's a sort of concern. And to answer your question fully, Smithlai, who will they pick? So who else in that team? Is there any other player playing out there that can make this squad?
That is the problem. And the thing is that that's why I was saying something to people are very close to the team. I said that during that Unity Cup, why, instead of using all these home-based players, why can't you try someone like Felix Dokai of Besiktas in Turkey? Why can't you? I know that Maurice Jens, did his wedding during summer. That's why he didn't come. He plays for Wolfsburg. Why can't you try any of those guys? So that we know that we have these options that you did for Felix Agu. Felix Agu was known in America. He flew back to London to actually attend the Unity Cup game. So for me, I just think that I hope that he can do something. For me, if Calvin Bassey got injured or he got a yellow card in that first match, don't be surprised to see 3 at the back in South Africa.
I was listening yesterday to Thomas Kwanate of so Thomas Kwanate had an interview with Hack. Hack is one of the CAF FIFA arbitrator team that sees on. So the guy confirmed that FIFA will deduct that 3 points and 3 goals.
Yeah.
So
We know that
against
just
South
for you
Africa.
to make
So
it official.
so
Yeah.
he confirmed it because the guy that was speaking is a South African and he's a CAF and FIFA technical team. But from another feeder from South Africa, well, what I'm hearing also was that the South Africa is planning to make sure that they don't drop a point against Nigeria. They are
Yeah.
not even fighting to win that match, but they are
They want
doing
to draw,
everything possible not to
not to
lose
lose.
that match
That's what I'm
and then
saying.
make up with other matches.
Yes. So okay. So I would just say thank you for the contribution. We was already on the by next week, guys, when we come back, it's going to be the preview for the game between Nigeria and Rwanda. I've already done that because of the list that came out today. That's the reason why I didn't do the official preview of the game between Nigeria and Rwanda. So, Shanopi, thank you for joining. I still have one more guest to come in, and also Mr. Kingsley. You keep on dodging us, eh? We are meant to do a big show on a flashback, but thank you for your time, Mr. Kingsley.
Nice to
Yeah, thank you.
glad to be on the same platform with you, Mr. Kingswood. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Okay.
So
All right.
I still have thank you, John Obi. Thank you for your time. So I still have S code peeping on the this S code. So, but let me just bring I would like to bring them also towards the end because I want to ask him questions about that capacity situation. But let me just bring Henry, my man. If Henry is not, if I don't know his name, I would say he's from South Africa because he knows everything about the South African. So you are our African football expert. But before you start, let me just take some quick chat quickly. So Smith starts. Don't you think that Tolu's height advantage is very important? Which height? He cannot nod. Which height? Forget that one. So the Jews are come because they cross the ball. He doesn't time this jump very well. Which height is the advantage? It's not height. He doesn't hit the ball well. So I understand that. For me, I think Torinaga, I think he's not convinced about Torinaga. That's the reason why he didn't call him back again. So I think he wasn't convinced about it. Maybe a good performance for Hamburg this season we actually put him right there. So and thank you, Bineke, thank you. Thanks, me. I agree with you that should have been a credible replacement for Les. I agree. Yes, Les center back. Yes, for me, I think we need to sort that area out. But I'm ready. Let me take it. Where do you want to start from?
Not somewhere. Yeah, but
Sorry,
yes.
I said where? Any, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Don't mind humbling you, but for the for the team that we're
I
talking
don't know.
about,
Maybe I can hear you. Are you
I
using
want to start.
headphones? Are you using
No, I'm
earphones
not.
or
Can you hear me?
okay?
No,
Can you
no, no.
speak slightly louder? I think I think
Can
you're
you
in the
hear me
office.
clearly?
Okay, well, I can hear you now. Can hear you now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yes. Don't mind me. I'm in the office. I just wanted to join you, so that's why I quickly sent the invite. But what I was saying is this: uh, for the Rufai situation, I mean, I would kindly shift views a little bit to say, look, I'm not saying that the NFF is always right. Um, it's the duty. I don't know whose duty it is. We don't have a standard rule for our heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because, for example, remember the Super Falcons players, ex Super Falcons players, they came out to say they also deserve a court. But when you play for Nigeria, I mean, to what extent does a country owe you? We need to compare what other countries would do in a situation like this. Is it the fact that they give them honorary awards?
Mm-hmm.
After they give them honor, do they take charge of their burial and pay for it?
Mm-hmm.
these are very huge gray areas. I don't think um, if it was anybody's right to demand um, that they have access to the treasury, was it in the bill? You see, these things, I think there should be statutes to to
Mm-hmm.
the statutory so that there should be no too many, so that nobody they give you that. I don't know if you get what I mean. I think this is what the government should try to do. Yeah, make everybody will be. Yeah, the super Falcons players will come out to say they deserve to also share from the money they give to the super Falcons players. Yeah, sorry, they deserve some money they give to the super Falcons players. So
Yeah.
I, anybody could come out. Under 20, under 17, they've won 4 times, could also come out to say they deserve something. You see, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't. I mean, I just think these are gray areas. Secondly, on the list, I would say for me, it's also a good list.
Mm-hmm.
I question the inclusion of certain players like Alassane Yusuf. Um,
Mm-hmm.
those people, and I'm very sure that picked any football this season because remember it's the start of the new season, and a lot of players haven't kicked any football, and this might
Yes.
be very players that come from the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Lookman, they should pay close attention to Lookman. Lookman hasn't played.
Yes.
Do you want to take Lookman hasn't played any? This is just 2 weeks.
Okay.
Do you want to see it? You remember, even you said it, it takes 10 games for players to get that fitness in the
Mm-hmm.
season, that to reach that peak. So that's what I'm really scared for. I
Mm-hmm.
think the coach should be prioritizing players that are playing. Look at it. Those players that are playing with that started playing. Thank God we have Desert started playing. Osime has played a few minutes. I think this would be something that they need. Remember, you are playing the heat. In Africa, it's a change of
Yeah.
scenario, environment. They're
Yeah.
going to be playing in the heat. In South Africa's weather might be good, but Rwanda's weather is Nigeria's weather is not good.
It's not good.
So
Yeah.
these are some things I think you should look at. If they could advise the people selecting that look, these things not before you select them on that day. I think that's everything I wanted to contribute.
Yeah.
For I know you, some other things escaped my mind. Sorry, I've forgotten some other things that you discussed that we talked about, but I think that's the two I remember.
All right. All right. Thank you, Henry. Thank you,
Yeah,
Henry. Henry. Thank you. I know that
yeah, yeah.
yeah, well, yeah. All right, thank you, Henry. Henry, thank you. Yeah. So that is Henry. Henry. So we don't hear Henry very well because he's in office. You know that he can't shout and talk like that. But I managed to actually want to understand some parts. Just trying to talk about there should be a criteria for the about honoring players that a player from under 17 can just come out one day and say, they should also pay me. I pay for Nigeria. Somebody that played friendly game for under 17, he came out and said that Nigeria have abandoned me. So he said there should be criteria. So that is, I saw that and I was just laughing. So I think we should be able to, look at it and actually balance it. But nobody will deny that Peter Rufai actually did well for Nigeria. Maybe probably if you had like more than 20 caps for Nigerian senior national team, maybe there should be criteria of like, okay, the way we deal with people with more caps and everything. But you cannot play only 5 matches for Nigeria. You say, you should come and pay me pension, you come and do this thing. I think that is slightly unfair. That is it. But I still have some people actually watching. I just want to ask them this question about the Calvin Bassett situation before I actually just wrap it up in like 2 minutes. So, and I still have Denoso. I know that Denoso is sleeping on the bed, and also Escode. Escode has been watching. But I just ask them the final question. So, I'm going to start with Denoso. Denoso, I mentioned the Calvin Bassett situation. So, if God forbid he got a careless yellow card against Rwanda, Denoso, what will Eric Shed do against Africa? Because in that list now, then also there's no direct substitute for Kevin Bassey.
Um, hmm, it is a cause for concern,
Mm-hmm.
an absolute cause for concern. But we should bear in mind that this is a game that the opposition knows every bit of the weakness they need to explore. Rwandans will attack
Mm-hmm.
Basi. They will attack Basi full blown.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Let me ask a question. The Rwanda league is not on, and
it,
majority of the players
it
play.
doesn't matter the overall collection of talents that they have. That team seems like a team that knows themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you have to very much respect that about their ability. They are not going to come to Nigeria to be beaten easily at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With respect to that, um, at this point, to be frank with you, playing Kevin Bassi against Rwanda might not be a good idea.
Hmm. 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 That's another
I
angle.
am telling you this right now. There
Hmm.
is a time you make a very technical decision.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Bassi will not be 100% against Rwanda. Let's just be honest with ourselves.
Hmm.
Because it will affect how he play. He will have South Africa in the back of his mind.
Mm-hmm.
In the front, Rwandans are attacking. He is going to very much, his decision making will
Hmm.
be questionable against Rwanda. We have to be extremely careful against Rwanda. Kevin Bassi should sit out Rwanda game.
Hmm.
This is a game where we have to bring in um it might sound this is a type of game where I'd be calling for Liam Balogun. This is a game I've been calling for Liam Balogun. He has been there, done that. This
Hmm.
is the ideal person to
Yeah.
replace
Let, let,
Balogun at the left side of that defense. But
let, let-
if Balogun is not there, this is why we are not going to drop Igor Ogbu.
okay. Before I go to Esco, because you're running on that, let me ask you a question. Then also, if, for example, now in that game against Rwanda, when do you think that the coach should take off Kevin Bassey?
Uh, against Rwanda,
If we are leading, when do you think the coach should take off Kevin
if
Bassey?
we are leading by 2 goals in the first half, pull him out right away.
Hmm. Okay. Second question is
Uh,
this: do you
okay.
think the team that beat Russia, that drew against Russia, can beat Rwanda in New York?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
The reason why they can beat Rwanda at home is because they play in Russia
Mm-hmm.
against a home team that has not played
Mm-hmm.
against many opponents for many years. So that game was very high on the list for Russia.
Mm-hmm.
And they still were able to hold their ground.
Yeah.
So compared to them playing in their home turf,
Mm-hmm.
they should be able to
So this thing,
cope
yeah.
with the pressure.
Pressure, yeah. Okay. Okay. Same questions to X code. I ask you, how do you think the coach should manage Kevin Bassey's situation? And secondly, do you think that realistically the coach should rotate this team? Because if things did not go down well against Rwanda, and the coach went to go and bench Victor Osimhen, because see, let's be honest ourselves, Osimhen cannot play 180 minutes. in these two games. Victor Osimhen cannot
Fact.
play
Yeah,
180 minutes
true.
in these two. Nah. Wilfred Ndidi
True.
cannot play 180 minutes in these two games. Nah.
Exactly.
Ekon
Fact.
cannot play 180 minutes in these
Yes.
two games. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think that it should start the team that played against Russia, against Rwanda, and see how things go?
Okay, thank you for this question. I will answer it from based on the games I watch Rwanda play. With Nigeria, they played with I forgot who they play with that they drew 1-1. Then the friendlies they play with Algeria, both
Yeah,
the
yeah.
team A and the
Home
team
team
B.
and
They
yes.
line up in they line up in a 4-5-1 formation.
Five in
Very
the also
low
five for
block. 4-5-1, sorry. 4-5-1. Five in the midfield. So they are unlikely to change that formation. And their manager, Adel Amrouche, is a
one. Yeah.
very conservative manager. Yeah. So they are unlikely. But in the case that Calvin Bassey gets a yellow card, I would say we should switch to a back three. Personally, against South Africa, we should switch to a back three. That means Igor choose then Benjamin Frederick. Even though I said it earlier that he shouldn't have made that squad. It's not as if I dislike, but I just feel he's not ready yet. But it is what it is. He should switch to a back three. Then on the other side, Olaino as the right wing back, Bruno Oyemichi left wing back.
So I think
But
for me,
based on
Felix Agu will bench Bruno Emechi as
no,
left wing back.
oh sorry,
Felix
Felix
Agu
Agu
is
left wing
better
back.
player in that
Yeah,
area.
yeah, correct. Felix Agu left wing back. You understand? So as that back three, that situation we can cope with that. That's the best way. As for squad rotation, this is what I will say. Is depending on how the game will go. You understand? If we are still locked in 0-0 or 1-0 or 1-0, you know, and this is a little flaw of Chel. He's a very reactive manager. He takes a little bit of time before he makes those subs. It happened against Zimbabwe. It happened against Russia too. It happened against Russia. People forget during the game, but he didn't make any subs, even when some players were clearly
But
fatigued.
the one
Like,
sub he made when he brought out Boniface and he brought in
yeah,
Ayokodare, he changed everything. No? That sub changed everything in that game.
yeah, he did. But the problem is there were some players like Shemi Ajayi was fagged out. He was tired. Someone like Yumichi was tired. You understand? Some of these players were already tired. We could see it, but he was unwilling to make substitutions. I don't know why. He is the coach. He knows why that happened. So that's my fear. Eric Chell sometimes can be very, even though he's a good manager, fantastic manager, but he's very reactive when it comes to, you understand,
Mm-hmm.
making subs. In-game management is part of management too.
Mm-hmm.
In-game
But
management is part of management.
S code. I don't know maybe you have access to
Yeah.
this game. Nigeria versus Zimbabwe. He changed
Okay.
formation
Yeah.
up to four or five times. See, because
Yes, he
I've
did.
watched that
Every time.
game
I
up
can't
to
do
20 times now. I paused that game every 10 minutes. He kept on doing signs like this, rearranging the team, rearranging the team. And if we add John Utaka in that game, just a better player that can score the ball than Simon, that can just, that can just coil the ball. If we have even or of them winging, just or maybe he just change and put Lukman and bring Simon out and put Lukman in that area because the chances that Lukman was getting sometimes Simon would cross, he will fall
But
down.
Simon created 5 chances in that game. Simon
But the
created 5 chances.
problem is that some of the chances that he created there, I think that
It's about what you put in the net.
see, there's some things that crosses that Simon put. If not because of corporate, I'll show you those clips. There was a game, there was some balls that Simon would have just moved cross, just dribble once and coil the shots. Wait, see, that's why I say that the quality, quality. Just there's one boy in Mali they call Nene. I don't know if you know that boy. He's called against Ivory Coast.
Yes, I know.
You know,
Yes,
all those boys, just bam, just stress goalkeeper.
scored a good goal against Cote d'Ivoire.
Simon had the opportunity against Rwanda in their away game. So Lukman gave him that ball because he wanted to call the ball, but the issue is this: what he called the ball, it was straight at the goalkeeper, not to the far corner. That is my problem with Simon. See, just kill them, and see. I won't lie to you, forget about all those NPFL analysts, though. But when I saw that formation, it was designed for Simon to shine. If Simon was like, that's quite trick in that game. So see,
My
as
I
my
agree.
bro- my brothers, that game is done and dusted. Um, the games coming on will have a very little parcels of the experience from the previous game. What
mhm,
I'm trying to tell you is that these remaining four games will be very different.
it's very different. Yeah, I know.
And when you're talking about three-man defense, my brother, shine your eyes, shine your mind. Okay? Shine your eyes, shine your mind. Go back to AFCON. You played in a neutral ground.
Hmm,
Percival's approach against South Africa was terrible.
mhm,
He gave South Africa the midfield. If Nigeria gives South Africa the midfield, we will lose and we will lose badly.
hmm,
You do not want to play a three-man defense against South Africa, even if it warrants dropping Ekong. That's what you have to do.
mhm,
You don't do that. You don't.
Sir, please, can I say something?
Because
Can I say something?
the strength of South Africa starts from Mokona. And every time, have you noticed that he chips the ball into the heart of your central defense, expecting the tall guy to head drop it to his teammate or control and bring in the attack. And their attack is built for their wingers to be faster, to lead the second phase of the attack. Those are very specific information that you need to understand about your opposition. Against South Africa in that Nations Cup, Nigeria was far much better team. But the technical approach of that game almost cost Nigeria.
mhm.
Technically, Nigeria was underperforming and undermanaged against South Africa.
So yeah, so
So,
you're right. You are right. The three-man system can also
Can I,
yeah.
can I respond to that?
quickly
Can I
because 1 minute
respond to that?
here. Quickly, I don't want to be there. I was there.
Okay,
Quickly,
okay.
let's
Let
go
me
there.
say something. Yeah, three at the back. I agree. Were outplayed, especially in the first half, against
South Africa.
South Africa. Yes, especially in the first half, we were outplayed. But you have to understand why were we outplayed? Number one, because we refused to take the initiative. Two, you have to look at the midfielders we had on that day. Oyeka, who, with greatest respect to him, is a runner, but he's not a carrier of the ball. Iwobi, who is a carrier of the ball, was
Not a good
strictly
defender.
given that hmm?
Not a good
Was
defender.
strictly given no, as in a runner, like a midfield
Oh,
runner. Iwobi, who was given that instruction, was more concerned about not losing the ball, about not losing his man. So that was why we were thoroughly at play. The second half, it was a bit better. It was a bit better. You understand? So if we go with that approach of let's sit back, like how I can remember when Hugo Bruce had an interview with Soccer Africa, and he was saying, I saw the Nigerian coach saying, go back, go back, go back, go back. And me, I was telling them, go front, go front. You know, if we had that, if we go with that same, when I say three at the back, I'm not saying we should be defensive. Mm-mm. I'm saying we should have stability, but still be able to retain our structure and our position. And we have better players. We have people like Fisayo who can carry the ball. You understand? We have players like Chris Santos Uche who can play in that hole behind the strikers. So the
Yeah.
odds favor us now better than
The
before.
the and
You
when
understand?
I
So
looked at I've looked at this African game for the past I looked at all their African qualifier game. I looked at Sundance games too. I've been watching Sundance games too. I watched their last game that they won 2-0. So I've been watching their game too because Sundance will play against Nigeria. Let's be honest ourselves. It's not there's nothing to say about it. We are playing against Sundance, so that is it. So I've been watching them and just realized that if our players play well that day, they are beatable. But thank you, then also thank you, Westcoast, for your time. I don't want to just say thank you for your time. So let me just tell people the game is officially on the 9th. So Nigeria versus I think Nigeria against Rwanda is on the 6th at 5 p.m. Uyo, and also 5 p.m. too on the night on the 9th against South Africa. So I don't send me a late super chat. So guys, you can still keep it coming. Said we can't play three at the attack, at the back. So since actually what this is a must win match. So it is World Cup qualifier. It is not. See, yeah, 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 yeah. Actually, what I agree with you, but I don't want to. Let's focus on the Rwanda game first. Let's focus on the Rwanda game first. Let's focus on the Rwanda game first. That's the most important thing. Let's focus on that. Then we'll now go to Bloemfontein to go and play, to go and focus more against go and focus on the game between Nigeria and actually what South Africa. So I want to thank you guys for staying, for having time to stay with us. It's been a long 2 hours 42 minutes here. So I want to thank everybody that actually was supported with super chat from Idol. So I think Idol want to say something final. I don't know, maybe he's still available. So I can just give him like 2 minutes to say something so that Idol want to say something. I don't know. But so let me just shout out to those that gave me super chat today. For Idol to Logistic Jeff, thank you. Charles, thank you. Our Coco Media, thank you. Connect to God as usual, thank you. Iyare Imade, my brother, thank you. And Chidibe, thank you. Adedamola, thank you. Benake, thank you. Adedamola again, I should say thank you. I don't know. So I don't think it's here, but thank you guys. For your time. I know that our players are not fit yet, but I just think that if Victor Osimhen could start the next game for Gala, or what's it called, or yeah, I think we should be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Uche is already fit, so let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. I think we'll be fine. It's gonna be a very interesting game. So Charles said that honestly, the Chan destroy my hope. No, forget about the Chan. Forget about the Chan. Chan is. Can you see that no player made the team from Chan? Because hey, Sadiq Bendi will make the team. Sadiq Bendi will make the team. Sadiq Bendi lost his space in the team when he played against Jamaica in the final of the Inter Cup. Sadiq Bendi lost his place in that team. So Sadiq Bendi also cannot make the team. So I just quickly. Yeah, well, I only have 10 seconds.
Yeah, sorry, I just saw your message now. See, I was going to say I wouldn't know if it's still possible for the coach. I was even thinking about that versus card. I know that if it's possible for the coach to can still bring on Jordan Donnarumma, you know, because look at it now, listen to everybody. Like we shouldn't take any chances because the two matches are crucial. And Basi, you know, like Graham said, I remember that Basi played his best game in Rangers when he was playing with Leo Balogun. Because Leo was always charging him,
Yeah.
Now that's the difference between Leon and Truce Ekong. Your Balogun is a German. He charge you to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't have Leon Balogun. I wouldn't know if it's possible for him to bring in Jordan. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Igombu for now. But the young man is too rash. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know, he's still learning. But we can bring in Jordan. I think that will actually pay us. But I'm going to tell you this. I was we win our ass back.
Yeah.
We win our
I
ass
agree.
back. I know it's coming on a mission to win our ass back.
Yeah.
We do a job that all of us clap for him. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. Thank you
Thank you.
for bringing it back. Yeah,
Thank you, Edison. Thank you
yeah,
for coming
yeah.
back. Thank you. So that is Edison just coming to say some few things about capacity replacement and also what he does advising. That is, thank you guys for your time. So on our next edition is going to be on 29th. So we talk about the Rwanda game, but just before the Rwanda game, on the 5th of September, we're going to have like a special edition for Rwanda, and also too Nigerian podcast is on September 8th. So the game against Africa is on September 9th. So we're actually will be able to discuss this African game during the Nigerian podcast, on the Good Striker. So going again, thank you for super chat again. That's sweet. Any hope for those in yet? I add hope. No, 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 no. It's of course Tosin is AFCON project. Going against Tosin is AFCON project. I can tell you that one for free. Tosin is AFCON project, not now. Even it's not now. It's not even good to bring him now because any mistake now, when that guys go bounce on him. I think when Eric Shell will handle the team, will be with the team for like 2 weeks, for like 10 to 12 days, 10 to 14 days. So if a close campaign for 10 to 14 days before AFCON, will really help them. Close campaign for 10 to 14 days will really actually will really help the team prepare very well. And I think that's the best time to bring Tosin in. Because it's good to blend, not to train for 2 or 3 games and come and play against Rwanda or South Africa. I think it's too, nah, it won't help. It won't help. It won't help. It won't help. So thank you, Wenga Gates. I think I know you for the support. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. I really actually enjoyed your conversation from X Code. Umbury, I don't think the ship already sailed. But Umbury, I'll just because of you're a friend of the show, I'll just give you like 2 minutes to talk. Please, 2 minutes to talk. That's it.
Yes,
Two
my
minutes.
brother. I'm so sorry. I was in a party. I went for a party. That's why I just
Okay,
came
okay.
back
Yeah.
with my coworkers. Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Did you?
Just
Yeah. You talk about Peter Rufai?
yeah, I did. Quite quickly.
Yes. Okay. Now there are two things I will say. Or just let's be honest ourselves. Why is Taribo West shouting? Why
Why won't
is
it out?
I'm coming? Pay attention to this. Why is it shouting? Why
Why
is
won't it out?
Wagwan shouting? Why
Mm-hmm.
is Siasa shouting? Are
Mm-hmm.
they not the same people that met President Tinubu? Now, the death of Peter Rufai shows that they are not united.
Yeah.
Now, he died. All of them become noisemakers. When he was sick, what did they do? Now, you know that this person is dying. You know that you are saying this, national government to come and help you. Government will not help you. You have to go and tell the government, look at what we are suffering. Government is like a doctors. And people are the sick people. A sick people go for doctor, not doctor going for a sick people.
Mm-hmm.
Now you are shouting, government should do this. Yourself will not do. What have you people done in order to say, oh, our legend that have been having issues, let us go and meet the president to see how we can put them insurance?
Mm-hmm.
Are they not in the what? Let's be honest. If Gavon shouting, is he not among the technical crew? Why is he shouting? Siasia shouting. Is he once a coach? Why didn't he do something about it? Now, all of a sudden, all of them are shouting. when they're supposed to be the pillar that will make everybody feel that, yes, things are working well. They are coming online. I call them noisemakers. Because when this man was alive, he was sick. Nobody, they didn't come out to talk about it.
Yeah.
You
So
get my point? Yes.
yeah. Don't worry. Maybe
Yeah.
tomorrow it will be like a live session that you're going to host. We'll talk about it more because time
Yes,
is
I'm
already.
going to talk about it. Yes.
Okay, because I saw your story. I know that if you come here, you have kicked some tables. But all right, thank you very for your time because I already spent 2 hours here. Thank you very
Yeah,
for your
I
time.
know you have tried, my brother, since
Yeah,
4 o'clock.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. See you again next Friday. Thank you.